link in the group chat as well.
Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, people, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you lot are subbing to the channel. Make sure that you're following all the man them as well. Make sure you're following Romz. Make sure you're following Cameron and man like Jermaine as well. We've got a good show today, people. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of there's an imposter down here. There's an imposter down here. You know, Cunha's on the thumbnail. We're just talking backstage. Cunha's on there, but we know these man ain't around right now in Europe. But you know, Cameron's here today, so I had to make him feel like he's at home. Yeah, because we was together on Sunday, Cam, weren't we?
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I'm saying? We was together.
Jermaine was there too.
Jermaine was there too. Yeah,
I wasn't anywhere.
Beautiful Sunday, man. So listen, we've got a lot to get into, people, today. So make sure that you lot are subscribing to the man them. As always, make sure that you're checking out the sponsor, Jersey FC Soccer Shop, Don CFC at checkout, people, for 20% off for all your football tops, all your vintage tops. They're all on there. Make sure that you're checking them out. But man, them, we man say, man. Let me come to you first, Romz. What you saying, bro?
Good, bro. It's that Europe's the only place I can see my team win, bro. But when it comes to Champions League nights, it's more enjoyable, innit? And it's back to the Prem. But other than that, man's good, bro. Big up Cameron, big up Jay, big up Don, big up the chat. Smash them lights. But yeah, bro, it was a good night yesterday.
Cam, what you saying, man? You still living like how you was last week, bro?
You know it is, yeah, bro. I'm even still. I mean, I still wake up with a headache from all the shouting, all the celebrations. Get me? But obviously, Romz is talking about his problems about we can only win in Europe. I mean, it's not a bad problem to have. If you carry on having that problem, mate, you'll be in Europe next season. I tell you. Obviously,
it's not a bad problem.
Man. I think as a United fan, I can say everyone is excited right now. Every United fan is excited right now, like, and we want to see what happens at Fulham, man, because that's really the big test. I think City and Arsenal, you can galvanize any group of players that's in a big club to go and perform. But Fulham, let's see what we do in it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah. How about you, Jermaine? What are you saying, bro? You still feeling on top of the world right now, yeah? 8 Champions League and that. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, so obviously since this new Champions League format was introduced last season, we're the first side to win 8 out of 8 games. So good feeling, man. It's good merit. Good vibes going into the Leeds game. So especially off the back of last week, which certain man keep going on about. I don't know why. Don't know what happened last week apart from 3 points, but certain man are acting like trophies were won and history was made over winning by 1 goal. And especially 2 bangers that ain't even, you get what I mean? It's luck in that. But don't get me started in it. Because
trophies may be lost though. We'll see you in May.
Listen, I'm United. I don't need to see United in May. I don't need to see them, but it's calm.
You've been begging them, though. You've been talking about them a bit differently now, blood.
Talking about who?
United.
Talking about United. Why would I talk about United?
You've been begging them in the group chat. Don't act up now.
Begging United?
Yeah.
About what?
Oh, United, they're gonna get top 4, man. They look like they're gonna get top 4, man. Sending messages. There's a guy called JF, people. Yeah, one of our guys, JF. These two are always texting each other about United because he's a United fan. Yeah, and you have to suck them off, bro.
Don, let me make one thing clear.
I hate them, but I actually agree with Jermaine. We're gonna get into it, but I actually agree with
Jermaine. Like he's not been begging them off.
Let me make one thing clear. Anything I said about United prior to last Sunday is revoked. Anything. They've created an animal in me. Listen, the next time we play them, if we win that game, they're gonna have to lock me in a zoo. The way I'm gonna behave, you're gonna watch. Now, Romz, thing, bro. These men are putting flashing lights in my face. They violated. They're jumping on tables. Shout out Kofi for his watch along. Me, Don, and Cameron cut through to that. It got over 10 million views across all platforms. It was a big watch along, innit?
Yeah. Where were you?
It was a watch along. It was a Kofi B, a United fan. He done a watch along.
Yeah. And then I see the clip when Rumours came on your chair.
Well, obviously, Romz, you know what it is, yeah? Man sat at the back in it because I thought, you know what? Let me take a seat. That's not.
Man tried to do
this. I thought, let me play it safe. After every goal, where's Jermaine? Where's Jermaine? Flashing lights in my face. It's calm. The get back is gonna be unbelievable. Don't worry,
bro. I ran to Jermaine. Do you remember when Jose Mourinho played against Barcelona with Inter?
Yeah.
The final whistle. I ran to Jermaine.
Romz, the final whistle went, yeah. So obviously us Arsenal fans were cutting in it because we ain't got to be there anymore, yeah. And these man are putting flashing lights in my face. I'm like, bro, let me go yard, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
You know what killed me? You know what killed me about that result? Yeah, when United beat City, Arsenal fans are killing that. Thank you, yes, yeah.
Oh.
And then, you know, one thing I'll give your fan base, Cameron, in the build up to the game at the Emirates, a lot of you that were that City game gave you a lot of confidence. You liked what you saw of Carrot, and a lot of you that were saying, "I don't know why you're thanking us because we're about to dunk on you."
I don't know why they were thanking us,
and they actually did.
Yep. I can't lie, Cameron's been very consistent about it. When we spoke after that game, he's like, "Bro, we're gonna beat these lot." That's what he was telling me, bro.
The confidence that City game gave me, because we've beaten City quite a few times, yeah. But it's the way we beat them, bro. I've been waiting, I've been dreaming for us to pop the ball around like Phil Foden, Cherky. See them man that think they're proper tech boys, yeah. We were playing them off the park. So I was thinking, you know what? City are a bit more open than Arsenal, but Arsenal don't play football. Like, with all due respect, Arsenal don't play football. So all we have to do is go there and play the exact same way. And we've got their number, man. And lo and behold, that's what we did, man.
You know what's killing me as well, yeah? This is the clip that went viral, people, yeah, of the watch party, right? So this you can see Cameron and Kofi. So Cameron and Kofi are right there. So you've got Kofi right here, yeah, and then Cameron's there. When he sees Gyökeres coming on, he starts to tap Cameron quickly, bro. This is a funny clip.
Oh, I was crying.
And that's dark, you know. That's honestly dark, man. Because boy, I can't lie. Going into the summer, you know what I mean. When these men signed Gyökeres, because I was even saying to Jermaine, I'm not gonna change it now. I was like, yo, if they signed Gyökeres, I can't lie. That's low key scary, bro. You would have never.
I said that as well.
No, wait.
You would have never thought it, Jermaine. Let's be real. You would have never thought, yeah. Hold on, before you come in, bro. Yeah, you would have never thought that at this stage of the season, man are clapping when they're seeing Gyökeres coming on, bro. Man are talking about sell him already, Jermaine. You know what I mean? Talk to us about Gyökeres first of all, Jermaine. Before we go into
first of all, why don't you show the clip of yourself, bro? Because you said in the group chat that you want a draw. At 2-2, you look like you was about to cry. You look like you opened the fridge and there was no food and there was no piece to take away.
Don, we needed a draw. We needed a draw.
Romz, if you saw this guy's face at 2-2, he was close to tears, but I don't understand because he told me before the game he wanted a draw. And then that 3-2, he's hugging grey youths.
You get caught up.
Now, do you know what it was though? Yeah, it's the fact that when you lot scored that header, I thought, nah, these men are gonna win the game now.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like they can't win this game. So I would have preferred a draw, but I'll be real. United can go above us this game week, no problem. But we've got a nice set of fixtures coming up, so I don't mind it. We're gonna go above them again. We're gonna go above them again.
We got something for you too, man.
Look at the comment on the screen. I saw the clip of you celebrating like it was Chelsea jumping on tables.
Broski, I can't lie, it was limbs in there, Tay.
Do you know? It's shameless as a Liverpool fan because like United are arch rivals. But you see, I was watching with my brother. He's a green, innit? When Cunha scored that, like I had so much joy. It's hard to understand. Like,
what are we doing here?
I nearly celebrated. I was so happy.
What are we doing here, though, Romz? What are we actually doing?
Romz, I hear you, bro. I hear you.
You know what, Jermaine? I don't hate your club. It's your fans. It's just your fans, bro. So it brought me so much joy. It's hard to explain. It's just hard to explain.
Bro, let's even start off on Arsenal, innit? Because you man finished top of the table, the Champions League and whatnot, just like Liverpool did last season. Gyökeres scored yesterday. I saw my man fighting with the ball before he actually scored. You know what I'm saying? What you said about Gyök, first of all, Jermaine. Where are you at with Gyökeres, yeah? And how you feeling about Arsenal in this moment in time?
So you asked me two questions there. One's about Gyökeres and one about Arsenal this moment of time. So Gyökeres scored yesterday, which is always good to see. He's now into double figures for the season. So I'm happy with that. In terms of how he's been overall for Arsenal, we can say it's been more of a miss than a hit. Of course we can, because we had the high expectations of the signing that hasn't transpired as of yet. So it's one of those ones where we can all see it's not what we expected, but all we can do is hope and pray. Word to Mavado. But if we're going to discuss Arsenal, so what we played Kairat going into the game, we conceded 2 goals. Kairat scored about 5 goals. and that's across the whole Champions League group stage. So you would think that Arsenal are gonna maintain their defensive record and Kai won't be able to really trouble us, but they ended up scoring twice, which was something else and not a positive to take away. But we saw the lineup. We saw Havertz and Eze starting midfield. I know Marino and Rice was out through suspensions, but it was good to see us play that sort of dynamic midfield in terms of having an actual 8 and a 10 in midfield, or 2 10s in midfield, if you're going to describe Eze and Havertz that way. But I was very impressed with Havertz, man. Even for the Gyökeres goal, one touch to he turns with one touch and plays the ball to Gyökeres with one touch, and that's what we need to see more of. We ain't really been seeing that with Odegaard. So I was very impressed with Havertz to the point where I was slightly upset with him coming off in the first half. I was, but I was hoping it's only precautionary and that was sort of planned before the game. But the 45 minutes he had, it was better 45 minutes than I've seen anything from Eze since the Spurs game, and Odegaard for a while now in terms of 45 minutes. But even the Havertz, very good. 45 minutes. But Kairat scored a penalty, which was their only shot of the first half. So after the first half, I literally had no complaints. It was just sort of those dead rubber games where you make wholesome changes, you expect to win. A win or a loss didn't do anything for us, and a win or a loss didn't do anything for Kairat apart from maybe making a historical day or a day out for them. But we were cemented first, they were cemented last. But moving forward, I think that was Arteta's 200th win out of about 320 odd games. So in charge of Arsenal, which is the best, the highest win rate as of an Arsenal manager. So we just need to complement that with some trophies now. So yeah, man, I'm just happy that the United game is done. We beat Kairat, Champions League. We're onto the Premier League on the weekend. I know United fans keep talking about the Arsenal game, and we started this show talking about the United Arsenal game, but bro, it's just a one Premier League match, bro. Like, that's done now. We're moving forward. You can only look backwards to that game. You have nothing to look forward to, Cameron, bro. You have nothing to look forward to. Like, I actually need to make that clear. You as a man have nothing to look forward to this season, bro. All you can look forward to is, oh, we're coming fourth. You have nothing to look forward to as a man, bro.
Jermaine, as you said, as a man, Jermaine, I've grown. I've experienced so much. Maybe it's just your turn. Do you know what I mean? I've experienced a lot as a man, as a boy, as a teen, as an adolescent. I've experienced more than you. So I can tell you're not used to being in this position. That's why I'm letting you do this. Because those 4 points, I'm telling you, I see you in May. Yeah, those 4 points.
I'm not going to see you in May, bro. I won't see you in May, bro. You see me.
Look, what? So you don't think you're going to finish in the same place? You don't think you're going to finish in the same place, yeah?
What do you mean finish in the same place?
And then you don't think it's going to be a top 4 team for United?
Bro, I don't give a damn about United. Like I said, anything I said before last Sunday is revoked, bro. I couldn't give a damn about that club. They're embarrassing. I had Ever's doing up Instagram posts. Scholes keeps talking. It's embarrassing.
So who's more embarrassing? Us or you lot? Because you lot start talking about
no, Kevin, let me ask that for you. Us with 3 L's. It's February next week. Us with 3 L's. We're the embarrassing lot. It's us. No problem.
Listen.
We
you
are
told
the
us Emirates. I didn't. Listen,
no, it's us.
Romz done. When they told Arsenal fans told me it's the Emirates, I told them, bro. We've been doing this stuff at the Emirates, bro. Like when it comes to Arsenal, you can be on it. Even your whole Invincibles. Who broke your Invincibles record? It was Manchester United. I think Jesse Lingard dancing at the stadium. Joshua Zirkzee, gunshots at the stadium, bro. The Emirates is nothing to us. But that's what's embarrassing because we didn't claim. We didn't make a claim. You get Mary J. Blige, bro. Mary J. Blige at the Emirates. Oh, Mary J. Blige at the Emirates, bro. That's what
Romz, you know what it is, Romz, yeah? Because I can't just Don and Cameron. They're on the next thing, yeah? But Romz, you know what it is, yeah? That's United's first win in 8 Premier League games at Arsenal. And now it's about Lingard, it's about dancing. That's what I'm saying. These man, I can't take them serious. Because at the end of the day,
these are the moments
we've actually embarrassed you for the last 5-6 years. We beat them at Old Trafford this season. We won and kept it moving. We don't care. These lot are throwing parties, bro.
That's what I'm saying. When we talk about embarrassment, let's really dissect that because look at how they beat us at Old Trafford. We played them off the park. And that's the truth. And then our stupid keeper by in there, put the ball in his own net.
Yeah. That was a shocking game.
We replaced him with a competent keeper. I'm not even saying Lamens is cold. He's competent, yeah? And then even this game, we beat them 3-2. Look at their goals. Arsene Wenger himself said, when you look at the goals scored, there were footballing goals scored by Man United. He was speechless. He couldn't talk about the goals Arsenal scored. Because what is that? If you want to talk about embarrassment, you man don't play football. A lot of people have said if Arsenal win the title this season, this is the worst side to ever win the title.
Yeah. That's the new thing, Romz. Yeah? We might get 90.
By the way, you shouldn't care about that for me.
Romz, that's what it is,
What
Romz.
Cameron said, we care, but you shouldn't care about that.
Let Jermaine respond. Romz, come in.
After 19 games, we hit 45 points in the Premier League this season. Yeah. So if we compete the first half of the season, I know football don't work like that, but if we compete the first half, we're on course to end on 90. We lost 2 games in the Premier League in the first half of the season, and this half we've lost 1 so far. So if we carry on and we get around 90 or 85 plus points, that's the worst side. Can you hear yourself? Can you hear yourself?
Yep.
Jermaine, I hear what you're saying, bro. But there's a lot of things that was right with what Cameron just said. There's a lot of things right with what you just said as well. The thing is with the Arsenal be the worst team, yeah. Us rivals will probably all agree that because first it was us last season. I didn't even think we were from January onwards, we weren't even amazing. But Arsenal fans won't care in it. Like I think if your club, even let's say United won the league stinky or Chelsea won the league stinky, I think fans of our club, we win the league stinky, we're not going to care. But objectively speaking, what we're seeing from this Arsenal team, and this ain't me telling you should care, Jermaine, but what we're seeing from this Arsenal team is it's not on, bro. It's actually not on. But again, if you're getting results by it, cool. But this is now my rebuttal to you. This is my rebuttal to you now, Jermaine. Because I do think, look, we can crash on Arsenal. Objectively, I think you're the best team in the league, right? But cool. Pressure at the start, and I said we've done a lot of these shows. Pressure the early in the season, a couple months ago, is different to a run-in, and this will really test the mental strength of your Arsenal players. Because I'm going to tell you from now, Jermaine, I don't think you win the league, and I think it's I think United broke you mentally. Yeah, I don't think it's Arsenal now. I think it's City. Don will tell you, even before a ball got kicked, I had City second. I had Arsenal third. I never even had Arsenal in the top 2. Obviously, I think Arsenal will now finish second again. But I just think, Jermaine, now, do your players have that ball? Do I think you'll finish the season trophyless? No. Like that's another thing I said before a ball got kicked. I think Arsenal do win silverware, just not one of the big 2. Do you know what I mean?
FA Carabao, innit?
Yeah, FA or Carabao. But I just think, Jermaine, the question because you know when you're going through.
Can I ask you, Ron, why? Because obviously we're in all 4 comps. Why would it be FA Cup or Carabao, but not the other 2? Just to ask.
Mental strength, innit? That's what he's talking about.
Because I think the other 2, like Cameron just said, I think the other 2 you don't have to be as mentally strong to win them. Do you get? And I just think Arsenal will get over the line them 2, but I'd throw out Premier League and Champs because they're the 2 biggest. The mental pressure is great. Like, do you know what? Personally, I'm not even gonna.
You know what it is, Romz, yeah, with the mental side of things, yeah, because I do hear it. It's happened in the past, and we're showing certain fragilities. Yeah. Don's obviously so happy that we're currently in this situation. He's come off the camera, but anyway. With us, because we have such a big squad now, I feel like players like Odegaard, who have shown that mental weakness, he now doesn't have to play. It's no longer Fabio Vieira coming in or us just not having a good enough replacement for Odegaard. I think last season when Odegaard came out, there was basically nothing. But now we have a big enough squad. So you know what it is, yeah?
But this brings on to my point. Can I stop you there? Because this brings on to my point. You are spot on, bro. You are spot on. But this is why I don't think you win the league. Because you know literally what you just said, how Odegaard's stinking, but he continually starts games.
But he's not going to
your manager. Don't you think he'll continue to start games though?
100% not. No way.
He's Arteta's favorite. Bro, you're saying that, but Eze has been left off the team, left out of your last 4 or 5 Premier League starting 11. It might even be more. This is my point, Jermaine. I've always said Arsenal have the team to win the league. For me, it comes from Arteta. I've said this for years now. I just think he will do dumb decisions. He'll make dumb decisions.
Do you know what it is, yeah? Moving forward.
You're saying to drop Odegaard, yeah?
Listen, yeah, moving forward, yeah. That's why I swear on this Arsenal segment and what we got to do to move forward, yeah. We played our best football this season, playing 4-2-3-1, yeah. We had Rice and Zubimendi in the 2, which we don't even have to do moving forward because we can change it. We can play different types of. We can play a Havertz in midfield or Odegaard deeper. But if we go back to 4-2-3-1, where we were playing our best football, I think that sees us over the line. 4-2-3-1. That's the same formation Hansel Flick played with Bayern Munich when they won the Champions League. You play 3 attacking midfielders because I don't like us 4-3-3 where we have Saka hugging the touchline and I'd rather us play with 3 attacking midfielders, where you have that numerical superiority.
Who doesn't start then? So who dropping out of Zubimendi?
The only problem is with the 4-2-3-1, yeah, you don't have the width like that, so you're over dependent on your fullbacks, innit? Which is why Calafiori bumming up and down, and Timber wasn't that good in the final third. But I'd rather do that. But obviously, it leaves you more defensively vulnerable. But I feel like we're defensively sound, so Arteta needs to shape up.
If you want 2 10s, yeah, That means one of Zubi or Rice come out then. Who you taking out?
I'll take out Zubi, bro. I think Odegaard can do what he's doing. Not the exact same. Odegaard's more attack-minded, but I think I'll play Odegaard deeper. But if you want Odegaard dropped as a whole, I'm for that as well. I'll just play Rice, Zubi, and Eze. But at the end of the day, we have options. Havertz didn't even play against United, and you know why?
This is when you know Jermaine's just, bro. Jermaine talking tactics, you know.
And you know what's mad, You know with United, you know we played Jesus against these man.
He's breaking it down well, though. To be fair,
he is.
Bro.
No, you know this is funny though, Cameron. This is funny.
One shot.
This is funny coming from Jermaine, you know, because Cam, how long? So me and Jermaine and Cameron, we've been in a group chat since like, what year was that, Cam? Like 2019 or something. Yeah, from time ago. I've been onto this Odegaard guy for years, bro. And Jermaine, even now, Jermaine still fights.
Jermaine, I'm an Odegaard fan. Don't always stick to that. I like Odegaard, bro. I like him.
Bro, he has a lot of natural ability, At his best, he's a baller. But the problem with Odegaard is, bro, he doesn't impose himself consistently, man. And a lot of these big games, bro, he does up Casper. I've been calling him Casper for years. So when people are now calling him, oh, he's a ghost now and that, oh, Odegaard, I'm like, even last season, I was like, bro, man's been saying this about this.
Yeah, now done. That's facts. But what Arsenal player have you rated?
I rate Gabriel. I rate Saliba.
You rate Gabriel. You said Cobble. You said Cobble over Gabriel, and you also said
hey, don't be nasty. Don't be nasty. Yeah, you know how much I like.
You say Fukuana over Saliba.
Don't be nasty, bro. Yeah, I like a lot of your players. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's just certain man in your team that you overrate too much. Let's talk about Madueke though. Yeah. Let's talk about Madueke, innit? Because you, man,
the way he threw that in there.
You have to.
Can I stop it quickly, yeah? Because this is a bit mad. This is all I'm gonna ask, because I feel like if Jermaine weren't speaking mad about Madueke when he first came in, there's no point speaking about, because was you rating him, Jermaine, when you first signed it? Did you want him?
You called him Big Drip Nonny, bro.
Right, we're speaking about him then. We have to speak
about him. You know what I'm saying? You called him Big Drip Nonny, yeah. So let's talk about Madueke.
Jermaine, I'm going to include you in this share because it amazes me. What did Arsenal fans think then? Don will tell you, even when he was at Chelsea.
Just before you go, you know what actually amazes me?
Remember,
the Premier League run the top. When the League semi-final, we're 3-2 up against Chelsea, and we're in the next stage of the FA Cup against Wigan. And what amazes me is you three over there have so much mouth for my club. But it's calm. Go off.
Take it as a compliment. We have to nitpick.
Yeah, come on. This is the problem.
When you're at the top.
Man, them on chat. Yeah, this is the problem about this whole discourse around Noni and Eze. Yeah, these men are protected by where they are in the league, bro, and where they are in the Champions League. Yeah, because I'm telling you, if they weren't first, there'll be a lot more conversations, bro.
Bro, you man. Remember, you're Don Romz. I said this the last time I was actually on the stream when we were talking about certain players. I said, you see Arsenal fans, they lie about their players because of the football they're playing and the position they're in. They don't want to play football on that pitch. Do you get it? So the player I used was Mosquera. I said, bro, you look at Gerald Hatto, you look at Mosquera. Hatto is better than Mosquera, bro, at football. It's obvious. I'm telling you, he's better than him. But because guys are protected in the system of where first, you're going to come off the bench for 30 minutes. You don't have to do much. But yeah, you didn't concede today, so you're good. Madueke will come on. He might ching a couple men. Don't get me wrong. He will ching you. You don't have to score or assist, though, but we win the game. So we'll be all right. I promise you. That hides them behind the little cracks. But now, we're being honest, now that it's 4 points and there's a bit of pressure, as Rom said, we're now seeing the players that can't really play. Do you get it? Because Jermaine just said something. He said, drop Odegaard for Eze. Can you dig it, sucker? Nobody is scared.
Nobody's scared, bro. Nobody's scared. Yeah?
Eze.
Even when he came on against you, man, Cameron, what was he? He was just spinning. Honestly, I just see man
celebrate again, bro, when he came on. Do you get it? You see what Romz is saying about, Romz, you asked Jermaine the question of the mental fortitude, and Jermaine's like, it's not Fabio Vieira no more. Bro, Eze, the best thing he's done for Arsenal is score a hat-trick. Didn't Fabio Vieira score a hat-trick against Brentford? Like, you got the same type big players, bro.
Well, Eze and Vieira at the same time.
Players that will make you happy every now and again.
Eze and Vieira at the same time. That's what you're saying.
bro, consistently.
Listen to the point he's making.
Consistency, they're not gonna give you what you want.
But Karen, the reason what makes it even more worrying.
No, I need to respond to that because he basically said, when we make changes, there's no difference. So in my head, where I think we have two teams, I'm deluded. We don't have two teams. We have one. We do have two teams. We have 2 players in each position.
That means every team has 2 teams.
But Jermaine,
no way. Because we didn't have 2 teams last season.
You did.
How?
You did.
In what positions? What Sterling is? You think Sterling and Madueke is the same level?
Yes, their squad last year was small. To be fair, their squad last year was.
You think Sterling and Madueke is the same level?
It was.
Wait, hold on. What we doing here? Sterling better than Madueke.
Romz, I'm glad you said it. I didn't want to be the one.
What?
Wait, what did you mean by that, Jermaine? Sterling better than Madueke.
I didn't want to be the one.
Bro, Arsenal fans overrate this Madueke guy too much. Sterling's better than. Do not let Sterling's Chelsea run and your run delude you. This is a Premier League legend we speak about. Sterling's better than Madueke.
We're gonna lose the viewers, Romz. We're gonna lose the viewers. Keep
talking about viewers. Yeah, we've got over 130 people here. Not even 50 likes here, people, man. So make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes every single time. But go on, Jermaine. You're about to say something before Romz came in. You're about to say something, bro, about your squad. Actually, no. Was it you, Romz?
No, I was going to say something because Cameron said, like, even if you bring on the Eze off the bench, like, it doesn't make much difference. My thing is, what's worrying is people aren't looking at Arteta enough. I know Arsenal are top of most competitions, but even his favourites that are playing bad, he will still persist to play them, which could be the detriment of the team. That's my point. Arteta is too loyal to his favourites that aren't really in form. Do you know what I mean? But there's one player, and this is where me and Don kind of disagree. We've been disagreeing. And Cameron, I actually don't know your thoughts on this player. Jermaine, I don't even think I know your thoughts on this player. But you see Kai Havertz, I know it's Kairat, but you can tell things just looked a bit more. There was more synergy. There was more fluency. It was more fluid. I've always rated Havertz. Don will tell you when he was at Chelsea, when he went to Arsenal. I'd admit, would he take you to a league? No. Is he clinical? No. But I've always rated Havertz. I've never changed my tune on him. And I do think, I'm not saying that Arsenal are now about to blast teams away, but I do think, I don't think you beat Leeds, but after Leeds, I think you might start to get a bit more consistency with Havertz.
But bro, my take on Havertz isn't that he's shit like Lewis. Lewis hates Havertz, bro. Me, I don't like the guy because of obviously, what's going on after and whatnot, right? But I sold my stocks with that guy in his 3rd season, bro. I tried Romz. Because in certain games, I would see man linking up well, but then the finishing, bro, I'm sorry. Even when we finished 12th, yeah, he's a big reason why. Because he would get the chances, but he would miss, yeah? And then we drop points. Him, Sterling, Gallagher, these men were criminal in front of goal, bro. But in terms of like him as a player, before we sold him, because I didn't think Arsenal were going to come in and spend 65 million. I was saying, bro, as a squad player, I don't mind him. Because when you bring him off the bench against tired legs, he's got a bit more time, a bit more space. He can do something. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But in terms of like depending on him starting weekly, bro, I'm sorry. I saw enough of that guy in front of goal. He was just abysmal in front of the goal. Some of the chances I used to see man missing, I'm like, yo, come on, man. You're a Premier League footballer getting over 200k a week. Like, are you not doing any finishing practice, bro? This is ridiculous. You know what I mean? So that was my take on him. But I was never gonna be upset about getting 65 million from a player we saw for 3 years do more bad than good, right? People say, oh, he won you the Champions League and that, bro. It wasn't just him. It was Kante. It was our defense. It was Werner putting up numbers. It was
Mason Mount's name.
It was Mason Mount.
You know what it is, yeah? Your opinion on Havertz is fair enough, but he'd start for you lot now, innit? But anyway, we can.
You don't start for us. Are you mad? Jackson was better than this guy. I told Romz, Jackson's better than him, bro.
That's where we disagree. That's where me and Don disagree.
Okay, let's get to the point. I said he will start for Chelsea now.
Where though?
Ahead of who?
Ahead of the lap or Gui.
João Pedro starts for him.
João Pedro starts up top. What are you talking about?
Or João Pedro starts up top.
Yes, you know this because you love João Pedro. Remember, I've got the receipts of what you were saying about this guy. Yeah, back in the day, people, back in the group chat, he was talking about João Pedro is ready to explode and go to his next big move and that. Yeah, so I know it burns you, Jermaine. I know when you're watching João at my team, it burns you because I know how much you like him. I know
he
how much
would cook in your system. He would João Pedro.
Because it's easier to talk to you, and I'll just let these men hear me in it. But when it comes to João Pedro, bro, yeah. Like I rate him, but nothing will burn me about Chelsea. Like nothing. What's there?
I hear that right now, Jermaine. I hear that because
like when I saw João Pedro score 2 yesterday, I was even like, yeah, that's my guy. Even these 2 goals yesterday, we'll go into the Chelsea segment, but those 2 goals were, bro, he's got a banger. You see the left foot? Bow.
Yeah.
Both of them are cold, but
That's
first
what I'm saying.
one,
Cameron and Don got it confused.
Be careful what you say about Chelsea, though.
Cameron and Don.
You talk.
They
Yeah, you got
honestly
them
in their heads that we're on the same level.
Well,
we're
Romz,
not
what
on
do you
your
say
level.
they've got what?
The guy in the bottom left corner, he's not even in Europe.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm
This
saying.
is the closest to Europe he'll get.
Look, say
in
what
this
you want
stream.
about Man United.
This stream is the closest to Europe that he'll get. He's not even in Europe.
But listen, be careful what you say about Chelsea, because I promise you, a lot of us, if we were betting men, we put our money on Chelsea over Arsenal to win Champions League. We would. And I would, for sure.
Cameron, again, the chat are going to cook me. I had Chelsea as my favourite before ball got kicked.
Okay, let me ask you two. We play Chelsea on 2 legs. What's going to happen?
Champions League. I'm not talking about Carabao Cup. I'm talking Champions League. Chelsea.
Carabao, you'll beat them. Champions League.
Wait. Premier League, doesn't matter who it is. Over 2 legs. You think Chelsea are better than us over 2 legs?
Champions League.
Champions League, yeah.
This is European heritage,
Jermaine,
bro. You
Jermaine,
know what I mean?
How about this, Jermaine? I have not even just Chelsea, City and Liverpool Champions League over 2 legs. Even how about this? If United were in Champions League, I'll have them over
2 legs over Arsenal. 100.
Yeah, no, you're right. We're the worst. Anyway, let's go into this.
Let's talk about this.
You man will give Spurs a little beating. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, Spurs will smoke them.
Yeah, we're the worst.
100%.
No problem.
So this is the Arsenal's potential round of 16 opponents. Yeah, so Atalanta, Leverkusen, Dortmund, Olympiacos. How do you feel about that, Jermaine, man?
No, I saw that this morning and I was quite happy with that. I went Atlanta away. I think it was last season. It was quite.
I went Atlanta. Went to go see Little Baby and that. Yeah. That's Atlanta.
Atalanta, sorry. I went Atalanta away. I think it was last season, the season before. It was quite. I think it was a draw. Raya made that double save in a penalty, but I think we played them again recently. Oh, I can't remember, but we will turn we will turn them over. Bayern Leverkusen, Bundesliga fodder, Dortmund, Bundesliga fodder, and the last one, Olympiacos. Yeah, that's a.
Man said Bundesliga fodder. You know, Dortmund, they got to the Champions League final not long ago. You know, respect.
No. Honestly, I know you guys are thinking, same old Arsenal, this and that, but that's a gimmick, isn't it?
Jermaine, I'm with you. Jermaine, I'm with you, bro. You see these 14, you're smoking any of them.
Yeah, bro. You beat these
I even read Don. I think if all of us advance at the same time, we can buck you in the quarters, but then whoever wins out of us bucks them in the semis. We're all on the same side of the draw.
That's when it's curtains. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll go out to an English side. Honestly, I don't.
Why not?
Boy, but Jermaine, I'm telling you, man. Champions League,
your team, but you that confident?
Bro. No, I don't think. Bro, I'm trying to win the league. That's why I think we're better than you guys. So why would I think we're gonna go out to?
The thing is, yeah,
because you guys beat us. It's now anyone.
Jermaine, can I just say?
You know what is Romz? Yeah. What's gonna happen is time's gonna go by. We might get to April-ish, March, April, and you're gonna hope we lose the league, but we're gonna play your clubs again, and you're not gonna beat us. Cameron, you beat us. Well done, honestly, but stop overdoing it.
No, but I'm not. Am I still talking about that result?
No, because you know what it is. You guys honestly think it's gonna be in you. I know in you, man said we win nothing.
But Jermaine,
you man, no, but I know
this
that.
Season,
I
didn't say that.
Let me repeat myself. Yeah, you guys think that we're not gonna win anything important. So in your head, you're thinking, if they win something, maybe League Cup or FA Cup. Like you're just giving it to us because it's the cups you don't mind us winning. The truth is the cups you care about us winning is the Prem and the Champions League. And in your mind, you're just gonna think, same old Arsenal, they're not gonna do it. But I promise you, but honestly speaking, because I'm an Arsenal fan, I ain't won the league since 2004. We've never won Champions League.
Repeat that again.
We've never won the Champions League. There is fragilities, there is worries. But
what do you say about 2004?
At the end of the day, there is a big chance that we win one of them.
Jermaine, do you know what it is? Do you know? I'm going to be honest with you. And I think Don and Cam,
whatever I say is just Jermaine. But the truth is, there's a big chance we win one of them. And I know I agree. It will never happen. But we probably said that about Liverpool. Liverpool.
Do you know what Jermaine? It's true, and that's what it is, Jermaine. Yeah.
Look at the football.
I think Don and Cameron will agree. It is confirmation bias because we've not seen it yet, bro. If you win the champs or Prem, I promise you, Jermaine, I'm going to get corn. Twitter everywhere, I'm going to get corn. But I promise you, I'll be the first to say I got it wrong. Big up. You can't cheat the league. Champion. Now, this comes on to my point about Champions League.
No, but you can't cheat the league. That's why I don't care about the style of football. Why would I care? What, 15 games ago, you think?
You know what it is? You know what it is?
But Cameron, just for you,
that you guys have of, they're not that good. Look how they're scoring. Bro, that's your copium.
Cameron,
Yeah.
just before Cameron lands, this goes on to my point, yeah? You know how you said, and this is where the two don't correlate, and this ain't me even getting it, Jermaine. This is where your club's not won it, you might not understand it like me, Cameron, and Donya, but you see Champions League, you know how you said, because we're better than you in the league, we're better than you, because you're better than our 3 clubs, yeah, we can just, I think we're confident over 2 legs. Champions League's not about being the best. Don might agree. For me, Chelsea, both times they won it, weren't the best on the eye in Europe. We weren't the best in 05. Do you get? But it's about moments. Like you can get Barcelona beat us 3-0 over first leg. Everyone wrote us off. Then we had a moment at Anfield and we knocked them out. Don's had moments against Napoli. Cameron's had moments, I can't remember off the top of my head, against other clubs. Champions League's about Barcelona. It's about moments, bro. You don't have to be the best.
The free kick was a moment. That was a moment.
Exactly. I mean, exactly.
These teams that you're talking about. Hold on, Jermaine.
How can my club do that against big Real Madrid? I'm now meant to be scared of Chelsea.
Yeah, but Jermaine, you're missing the point, bro. Because when you're talking about
we went out in the semi-finals to the winners.
When you're talking about Bundesliga fodder, you just see some random guy. You don't even know my man's name. You just bang one in,
yeah.
One in, and now, you already know how he gets to the Emirates. You already know how he gets to the Emirates. You already know how he gets to the Emirates because
I think Champions League, we're top of the group, 8 out of 8.
Yeah, you're top of the group. So we're Liverpool.
We're better in the Champions League than in the league. In the league, we're facing 2 banks of 4 and we're struggling to break it down.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
We're playing European teams, but I'm seeing Saka by himself. They're not doubling up. What do you think's gonna happen?
But Jermaine, even this point of the Champions League, even this point of the Champions League, it's not a good measuring stick because it's still a league within the Champions League. It's not knockout yet. So you see the league phase now, you can say, you know what, we don't have to play as good there because we've got enough points to do that. Knockouts are just knockouts, bro. There's no time to like measure things up. Do you know what I mean? So, and I know you did go last year.
I'm so grateful for our defense. That's why. That's why I'm so good.
You don't go. At the beginning of the season, I said Arsenal will win the Prem. God forbid I say Champions League. Sorry for making that mistake. But I said they'll win the Prem, And I've seen a few shaky things from them on the way because he keeps talking about, don't talk about Man United winning. Bro, Liverpool beat you too. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's these wins, they're not like some one-off wins. These are the games you should be wiping these teams.
No.
It is.
I disagree that, because the last few seasons we kept getting 4 out of 6 against big teams and did nothing.
That's what I'm saying. So the reason I said Arsenal are going to win the league is because it's about time. Like, bro, you man have been going at this for a good 5 years.
3 years.
It's about time. No, 5 years of playing good.
Why 5 years? It's 3 years.
How long has Arteta been there?
3 years.
He's been there 6 years, bro.
Let's call it 4.
Even if it's been there for 30 years, it's been 3 years of going for the league.
But you guys have been doing this. It's about time you do actually win the Premier League, especially after all the money you've spent. All the reinforcements you've made, and this football you play.
Let's than all 3 of your clubs.
The reason I would care, especially
a lot of bread, though.
The reason I would care, especially as an Arsenal fan, is because we aren't the teams that claimed to play good football in the Premier League. It's always been Arsenal. Do you get it? We play the right way, we play the beautiful way. No, it's always been Arsenal. So why now we don't care about how we play? Let's not lie. Let's tell the truth.
How do you care?
Get it? That you might nick a Premier League, but in terms of longevity, you will get found out.
You think we'll get found out?
These footballing sides, the way you play,
with our London attraction, if we win the Premier League, this ain't gonna change our future. That's what
I actually disagree with you. I think if Arsenal win the league,
London attraction win the league. You think no players will come from foreign clubs?
Okay, so what? Tell me 5 players. Tell me 5 players because I've got a theory about football. There aren't that many top players in the world anymore.
I agree.
Tell me what's really gonna change.
Cameron, there's something I disagree with you. You know, you said if Arsenal match scrape the league,
Romz, just to respond to what's really gonna change, whilst players like Arsenal and City sign the main players and Chelsea get left with the shitter players, that's going to continue. It's not going to change.
Jermaine,
we sign players like Izzy and they sign
under any circumstances, if Arsenal Jermaine, under any circumstances, if Arsenal go all out for a player and Man United go all out for a player, we will win. We are massive. Do not forget that. No. Do not forget, you wanted Cunha. You wanted them Buemo.
Are you gonna allow this?
You wanted them. Do you understand? We will win.
I want to address another point. The point you just made. You know, when you said Arsenal could scrape a league.
Better than you.
It's not there's no longevity to it. You said something along them lines.
Yeah.
Cameron, this is why I can't have them winning it at all, bro. It scares me because I genuinely think if Arsenal get over the line once in the league, we're the only two teams, Arsenal and Liverpool in the Premier League era, well, not the only, but out of the big teams have not gone back to back. City have gone back to back. United's gone back to back. Chelsea have gone back to back. But out of Liverpool and Arsenal being making up the rest of the top 5 or top 6, we've not gone back to back in it. I think they'll win it again. That's why I can't have them winning it once.
But Romz, how many teams?
We're gonna lose Gabriel. They're all gonna go.
I'm feeling it now, Don. I'm feeling it now. I know it's hard.
I'm telling you now, just because they win it this season doesn't mean that they're now gonna.
There's no guarantee
dominating and winning it, bro. Because we don't know what Liverpool are gonna do in the summer. We don't know what Chelsea are gonna do. We don't know what Man United are gonna do. Right? I'm not saying United are gonna go win the league. But we don't know what
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, bro. I have a feeling. I just think because you see with Arteta, because he hasn't got that big trophy over the line. I feel like he's overthinking things. I feel like he might relax a bit once he can say, "Yeah, I've won the league." I think he might relax a bit more. That's cool.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Like in the last 20 years or something, or last 10 years, cool.
The last point. We'll move on to Chelsea.
And Sanchez here, like, and they were like the only 2 proper signings. Yeah. Bro, we just signed Declan Rice. You know what? You know that the magnitude of that signing during the last.
That was over City as well. That was actually a big coup because City wanted it.
Do you think Chelsea could have got Rice over us? It was out of us and Man City.
We didn't want him.
Players like Eze.
That's what guys ain't understanding.
No, but come on.
You think?
Wait, what's funny about that?
You need to understand.
We didn't want him, bro.
Over City. You can get guys over City, bro.
Done.
You can do that.
And you also want
Okay.
You're small, but they're not as big as us.
In the summer, we just signed Eze. Do you think Chelsea could have got Eze over us?
Who's Eze?
If we went in for him, who would have got him?
Wait. Don't say who's Eze because we're talking about.
Who is he? No, don't. Have I not been consistent with Eze? I've never rated that guy, bro. Never.
It's not about your personal opinion. It's about how he's seen in the football industry.
Miss out on Eze.
It's not about you, bro. But you're saying who's Eze to Cameron.
Now, Don, there's a key reason why he would have went to them lot still over you lot if he went into. We know like the player supporting thing, the big thing. He's an Arsenal fan, bro. So of course he.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah. But I'm saying,
forget that stuff.
The way he said it, bro. If we support, bro.
Okay, quick one, yeah,
Romz.
Let me responded to me. I'm gonna have to respond, yeah.
Let me one at a time.
Just going about that Eze.
Hold on, Cap. Let Jermaine finish, and then you ask.
Let me just finish this talk, yeah. So, Don, you're now on camera, yeah, because you go on many panels. Are you now saying categorically that Chelsea are more attractive than Arsenal? Yes or no?
Bro, don't worry about all that. Yeah,
forget all of that. Yes or no?
What you need to know.
What you need to know. Are Chelsea more attractive than Arsenal? Yes or no?
What you need to know is that we are a very attractive club. We are a very hold on, bro. Let me answer your question. Then we are a very attractive club, right? But unfortunately, we've got 2 donkeys who are sporting directors upstairs, right? Who have minimal execution. It has to be Egbali who has to fucking come from LA, wherever he lives, to wrap up deals like fucking Caicedo and that, like Enzo Fernandez and that, because these guys are crackers, right? So we haven't had no. Oh, Chelsea and Arsenal both want that player, and then you man have ended up getting that player, bro. Who? Tell me who, bro.
I don't talk gibberish. Yes or no?
If we finesse Mudryk from you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true though.
I'll Chelsea finesse Mudryk from you, blood.
Wait. We're talking about in terms of yes or no? Before
it depends on so many things, bro. It depends on so many things. At the end of the day, if we hold on, Jermaine. If we had a window of we sign Ekatike, we sign Gahey, right? We sign Rodrigo, and then we're looking at another player. Also look at the same player. They might want to come Chelsea instead because they're looking at the style of play. They're looking at the players that we already have, like Caicedo, like Palmer, like Lavia.
So Chelsea's more attractive,
My point is, hold on. My point is, Jermaine, there's no it all depends on who else would have signed as well. There's your answer to your question, right? But the way that you were moving, the way that you were moving in the summer, you were definitely looking more attractive than Chelsea. But my thing is, Jermaine, if we were signing players like Semenyo and these sort of guys, would have looked more attractive. That's my point.
Semenyo wouldn't join Chelsea over Arsenal. Just talk facts, bro. We don't always have to call down these
What
names.
proof do you have, Jermaine? Tell me the last time you 2 wanted a player and then the player chose Arsenal. Tell me.
I can't remember on this top.
Was
Eze not one? Eze was on the market, no?
Arsenal, Chelsea didn't want Eze, bro. Like that's what
A lot of Chelsea
People
fans,
say-
Don knows himself. A lot of Chelsea fans were upset that they didn't sign players in the caliber of Eze.
What's Eze?
They're
Bro, we
upset
didn't
about
sign
Xavi.
we didn't sign
They're upset
Hold
about
on,
Xavi
hold on,
Simons.
let's get to the root of it because people in the chat are saying, Don, just answer the question in that. Yeah, bro. Listen to what's going on right now.
They
Let
can't
me
ask.
ask you, Jermaine. Yeah.
I have to answer questions. Go on.
Let me ask you, Romz. Yeah. Why are Chelsea, less attractive right now? Why do people look at Chelsea and say you lot aren't as attractive as an Arsenal, for example? And then you'll get to the point that I'm making. Go on, Romz. Tell us.
Hey, sorry, say that again.
Why do you think Arsenal are more attractive than Chelsea, bro?
Like right now,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a definitive answer really, because bro, we're both in a good location, London. That ticks. A lot of players want to live in London, whether people agree with that or not. Especially foreign imports, they want to live in London, right? But I think it's also context because players want to go to a team. Let's be honest, yeah. Some players that say I'm happy to be a part of this project, a lot of players want to win now. Football's a short career. If you look at Chelsea and Arsenal right now, who's likely to win the bigger honours? It is Arsenal right now. So I think at this moment in time, I think some players would just edge Arsenal at the moment. I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion, but I think they would choose Arsenal at the moment.
But that's the point that I'm making, right? Jermaine thinks that they're more attractive because he's looking at a team who is built to win now, right? They're ready to win now, and they've had a manager for a long time. My angle is depending on who else we had signed in the summer, that would have made us more attractive, bro. Because if we had signed players like Gehi, who are ready to be starting, bro, players like Ekitike, who are ready to be starting, players like Semenyo, players like Ndayi.
Well, you're not gonna get like Eze, Shaki and that over Arsenal.
Looking way more attractive. Jermaine, you finished 5 points. Jermaine, you finished 5 points. Let me finish my point, bro. You finished 5 points ahead of us last season, bro. You finished 5 points ahead of us last season. You have been getting carried. You have been getting carried. Jermaine, bro, this is where you go wrong.
That's why we're nearly 20 points above you.
Jermaine, let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Above us, he said that the whole summer.
He's not gonna let you finish.
He's not letting me finish. He's not letting me finish because he knows I'm speaking back.
I kept saying to him, bro, the only reason why we finished 5 points above you is because we were injury hit.
So were we.
4 players had operations. And we were losing towards the end of the season, and you went on a crazy winning run. And I said to him, bro, stop.
He had injury too,
because it's not an accurate reflection. The fact that we finished 5 points above you, you went on like a 10-11 game winning run towards the end of the season, and we kept losing. And I said, Don, boy to boy, we're gonna finish at least. I said, Don, boy to boy, we're gonna finish at least 10 points above you. He kept saying, no, it's only 5 points. I said, bro, I'm not lying.
He didn't, though.
I said, bro, we're gonna. No, I'm talking about this season. I said, going to this season, when you kept talking about 5 points, I said, bro, we're gonna finish at least 10 points above you. Don't use last season as a parameter because at the end of the day, it's delusional. And bro, the gap right now is nearly 20.
But Romz, hold on. This is the thing. This is the thing that you're missing.
You said something true, Don. You know, first before you go, yeah. That thing about when you're ready to win now, and a manager's been in for a long time, and you see other signings joining. Like I'll give many examples right now. Even United finishing 15th, yeah. Cunha saw in Bremo joining. Sesko seeing that they're like, oh, they're building. Good players are going. Even with us, Vert signed. He was like the first one. Then Ekitike, sorry. Then Vert sees we signed Ekitike. Then Isaac seen we're signing Verts and Ekitike and Kirk. Like, and even like with Arsenal, like Zubimendi seeing that Arsenal signed Rice. I know it was to see them 2 summers before, the summer before, whatnot. Like, and because you lot are in disarray and you're born, and Chelsea, it's a bit jumbled up at the moment. It's not as easy to join. But even like João Pedro recently, seeing the talent you're bringing through. But I feel like when players see big players going to the same club as them, it's easier to join because, like, you know what?
Exactly.
It's not just me. This club's making it easy for me to join because I'm seeing talents my level joining that club also.
100%. And then we already have players here, yeah, who comfortably go to Arsenal and help them compete the same way. Yeah, players like Palmer, players like Caicedo, players like Reece James, players like Cucurella, players like Enzo, yeah, players like João Pedro. That stop going on as if you're this team, Jermaine. Yeah, that's not being saved.
Everyone has good players. United have good players.
Enzo Fernandez, you need to check your mirrors here because we're gonna move on to Chelsea in a second. I'll bring you in, Cameron. The way this guy's talking, Romz, yeah, is as if his team are just firing all over the place. Broski, you get saved by your defense most of the time. You get saved by fucking set pieces. Enzo Fernandez would be your highest goal scorer in the Prem, and you like to cook him a lot, yeah? João Pedro will be your highest goal scorer right now. Pedro Neto is sitting on 5 goals, 5 Premier League goals, the same as your highest goal scorer right now.
Our highest goal scorer has 5 Premier League goals, and we still scored the second most goals.
You're such an attractive. You're talking like you're such an attractive place to go to. I'm sorry, bro. We've already spoken about your style of play. Yeah, it's not you. It's not only you, man, that have top players at your club, because we do too. Yeah,
20
and
points behind.
a lot of Chelsea fans this season expected the gap to be closed, but the gap would have definitely been closed a lot more, or even finished above you if we had brought in starting level quality. It's as simple as that, bro. But go on, Cam, and then we'll move on to Chelsea. Go. We need an hour in, but you know,
I've got a few things to say. See, when it comes to this attraction that Arsenal fans talk about, yeah, it's only Declan Rice in the last few years that I've seen. Oh, okay, cool. Whoa, you guys got a guy that top clubs generally wanted and were ready to table the money for, and it was Man City.
I'd say Ruby as well.
The thing about I'll be honest here, Liverpool, you might take L's. You take some crazy L's.
Yeah, you know when it comes to everyone rejects us.
I don't know if it's the area. I don't know where it is. Do you get what I'm saying? But and don't forget, Liverpool don't pay as much. They don't pay as much contract wise. Do you get it? Maybe recently, but you know
it's kind of a myth, bro. Like we actually. Bro, it hurts as a Liverpool fan. We actually do pay the money.
You pay a lot, right?
Someone just said it in the chat, which is spot on.
Yeah.
You know how I just said to you, Don, big players joining and win now teams. Lavia and Caicedo, and I don't know if Chelsea fans will agree, we were in a better position summer 2023 to go on. They still picked Chelsea over us. Do you know what I mean? And Enzo. So it doesn't always, it's not always linear, but sorry, go on.
So the reason I'm saying this Arsenal, like this gimmick that Jermaine is trying to play is, you look at the players Arsenal have signed. Nobody cares about these players, honestly. Like nobody cares about Eze. Spurs wanted Eze.
What about Gyökeres?
Get it?
He was Europe's highest goal scorer.
What did you say? No. Gyökeres is a big signing. He's a big signing.
Yeah, Cameron, you lot wanted him.
We wanted him, yeah. But if you look at everything that's been written, the board didn't want Gyökeres. They wanted Sesko. That's who they wanted.
Arteta.
The bid for. It was only Amorim that wanted Gyökeres. He also wanted Ollie Watkins. They said we wanted Emi Martinez. They said no. We don't want these guys. Gyökeres wanted Arsenal. I'll give him that. But then we look around. Hincapié. Who the hell wanted him? Eze. Spurs wanted him. Zubimendi. I'll be honest. I've been telling you the guy's he's a downgrade on Partey, and he's done stuff this season I've never seen Partey do in my life. Honestly, he's not that good.
That's score bangers.
Partey scored.
Partey scored bangers for you, man. We're talking about Partey scored bangers for you, man.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh, you mean score 3 Premier League goals in one season?
But on top of that, yeah, we look at Liverpool and Man United. Yeah,
shameless, you know.
The reason I say who are these guys, yeah, Romz, is because Liverpool wanted Mason Mount, right?
Yeah, and I wanted Mason Mount. Don will tell you, I like Mason Mount.
Yeah, a lot of Liverpool fans wanted him. He's probably more of a Liverpool player than he is a United player.
Yeah? He was a Klopp player at the time because runs around.
Yeah, but we signed him. But now you look at everything. Who cares about Mason Mount? You get what I'm trying to say?
I know what you mean.
Us signing Mount of Liverpool doesn't make us more attractive. Us signing the likes of Cunha and Buemo, those 2 players, we've plucked out top scorers of their clubs in the Premier League like that, yeah, without European football. So you're telling me, going into this window, whether Man United are in Europe or not, if we want the same players as Arsenal, I'm not even sweating. Genuinely, I'm not sweating, bro. Because if they pick Arsenal, good luck to you. Go do your corner thing. Like go do that thing where you do all the work and then Saka gets the praise.
And on top of that, Cam, there's so many things you got to look at here, because if Arsenal want to go sign a centre back and Chelsea want to go sign a centre back, you have a better chance of starting at Chelsea. So that makes it more attractive to go to Chelsea, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So there's context to this, but Jermaine's just talking like we're Spurs right now, and them man are so clear of us. You're really not, bro.
No, because it's we're linked to players like Julian Alvarez this summer. You guys can't get him.
You were linked to him.
Yeah, but you can't get him.
Linked to him.
You can chat shit if you want, but the truth is you can't get him over us. That's the truth.
Why not? Why not?
Why not, bro? Why not?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? That this is what I'm talking about. But let's go through the super chats and then we'll move on.
Romz, bear in mind, I'm not one of these Arsenal fans that just pro Arsenal. When we're shit, we're shit. But that's not the case now.
No, you don't. That's a bit of a lie.
Because... Do you know what, Cameron? Do you know I'm going to say Jermaine isn't necessarily pro, because there's been a few streaks, because pit stop's mainly been for this season, but Don done a few of these shows last season, yeah. I think around this time last year. And so I used to see Jermaine as like a positive Arsenal fan, but there's sometimes he was honest about his club, and I thought, you're not as mad as I thought. So I wouldn't
No,
say
bro.
he's pro, but you two know him better than me. I'm just only going off the
Romz,
streams I've been.
Jermaine's a flip flop. When it's like after the United game, he's damn near saying, "Oh yeah, we need to talk about the season." Blah blah blah. After every loss, Jermaine loses it, and after a few days, he comes back to earth. He's done it for 3 seasons in a row. So all this, I'm not pro Arsenal.
You have United done for 3 seasons.
I don't believe it because
What have
everyone
Liverpool
told the truth
done?
about their club.
You know the thing is,
no one here lies about their club.
17th and won nothing. They lost to Spurs in the final.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's
No
not
one
on
lies
Champions League
about.
review
Bro,
because it's
I'll be the
Champions
first one
League.
to tell you we're dead. I'll tell you that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But it's exciting times because the thing that was making us dead was evident. It was Ruben Amorim. Do you get it? We just
And
have to
that's
get
what
it right.
worries me. When we speak
Bro,
about United,
the thing is, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like people look at things so short term with certain things, right? Whereas I'm looking at if you're a player and you're about to sign a 7-year contract, because you know we like to give out these long contracts, Romz, yeah. The question that you're going to be asking is, who do you think in 7 years will be winning more within that period with the players that they've got? Chelsea or Arsenal? Yeah. Do you want to go play with Esteban? Yeah. Or do you want to go play with Bakaka? You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. Do you want to go play with Pedro, or do you want to play with with Brock Lesnar? Yeah. Do you want to go play with Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo on these, man? Or do you want to go play with some bangers and mash? These are the questions you're going to be asking, man, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you want to go play with Mr. Dentures? Actually, bear man want to go play with Mr. Dentures.
but then John,
You know what I mean? Mr. Dentures is good. I like Mr. Dentures.
it's very. You hit the nail on the head when you said that if there's a centre back, he's more like Sox Chelsea. It's very position relative because I think if you're like an emerging DM and a lot of top clubs are looking at you, and Arsenal and Chelsea both coming to you, you're probably thinking, I'm not going to start over Rice or Caicedo. So that's where it's tough. But let's say there's a glaringly obvious position like
Man United.
Now, to be fair, both of you need a 9. If you were to go in for a 9 now, that's when the player would really have to think, because it's like, I might join Arsenal, who are probably a bit closer to winning now, but then I probably could start more for a Chelsea. Do you get it? Like,
Aiden has 5 clubs over him. He said I'm signing for the European champions in the summer.
Well, no one's ever going to say that about Arsenal.
Do you want to sign for the double winners, or do you want to sign for the fakers, the makers, the jokers?
You're winning the double, Jermaine. You're winning the double, yeah.
At least.
Oh.
I've said this.
The champs in the Prem.
I've said this. Yeah, you can full screen me all you want, but I've already said
And
Arsenal.
the camera's clean though.
We're in 4. We're in 4 competitions. Yeah, we've only lost 3 games in all competitions all season. We're in the double at least.
What's the double?
What's the double? Prem and what else? Because I know Prem's one of them for you. But...
Bro, this is coming like some sort of police interview, bro.
What's the double?
What's the double, bro? Yeah, this full screen.
What's the double?
What's the double?
Yeah.
2 trophies, Prem and something else.
Yeah, man.
You see, you don't even know what the double is. He's not familiar. But let me go through the super chats and then we'll talk about Chelsea, man. Because
how can I not be familiar if we won the double in 98 and 2002?
Yeah, and these times you were still in a ball sack, or you was a baby them times. You used to wear mitten them time. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. But let's go through some of these super chats anyway. They got JJ. Brother said Arsenal was more attractive, but doesn't win with all that attractiveness. Arsenal needs to earn their right to be at the table, man. W panel.
I didn't know we could win. I didn't know we could win in January.
It was a great debate. I can't lie. That was
a good debate. It was a good debate, innit? And yeah, listen, Jermaine, he can believe that, but the way you're moving, bro, we're not Tottenham. Yeah,
we'll
relax. Calm down. Yeah, we're not Tottenham, innit?
How couldn't we see last summer and the summer before?
We did see last summer. We had a better window.
Who?
What are we doing?
Who?
Man United had a better window than
I'm not comparing Arsenal and United. I don't
Why
care
not?
about United.
So tell me. So who's
Man United have a better attack than you. They've got a better attack than you.
Who's more attractive?
United have a better attack than you.
United or Arsenal?
What do you mean?
Since you wanted to ask Don a yes or no question, I'll ask you.
Of course, it's Arsenal. Come on, don't be silly. Don't be silly.
Arsenal are more attractive than Man United. I don't think so.
100,000.
They are.
Don. Look at the players we've signed. Look at the players they signed.
Because we don't want them.
No. You wanted Cunha. You wanted them Buemo. You wanted them.
Remember that fat shit, bruv.
You wanted.
You see, look, exactly. You see what it is, Cam? These man we're looking at in Buemo, but why would Buemo go there when they've got Saka? So then he went to Man United where he's going to be playing, bro. You see?
By the way, he's even better than Saka. He's even better than Saka, but it's a joke thing to go to a club that they're playing a guy you're better than just because of who he is. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Why would he go there?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's go through the rest of these. We'll go through Chelsea, man. Big up Tiang.
That's a part of attraction where you fit in the best. Do you get it? And Bremo's probably looking at it like, yeah, like I'm fitting into United more than Arsenal. I'm gonna go there. That's another factor.
Bro, Romz, style of play is another.
Jermaine, you're looking at it
from.
I think Jermaine's looking at it from a viewpoint. Who's better? Who's doing the best at the time? That's what I think. That's how.
There's so many factors. There's so many factors, bro. Because I'm telling you, there's so many players, that Chelsea would be saying to them, "Yo, you will be the difference between us finishing top 4 and competing for the league." Yeah, you are the difference. Gahey, you're the difference with stabilizing our defense, right?
Like Jermaine, let me give you a scenario where you'll be more attracted than United, and I think Cameron might actually agree with this. If you're going for a left winger now, United don't necessarily need one, so they're going to think, hold on, Arsenal are closer to winning the Prem at the moment than United, and that left wing's up for grabs. Because let's be honest, Martinelli and Trossard will both be sold within the next year or two. But
United do need a left winger. They do need
Romz, deep it. I think they choose United.
United needs a left winger. They're playing Dogu there.
You know, I can't wait for because I'll be real.
They need a left winger. They're playing Dogu there, blood. They need a left winger.
I honestly can't wait.
I didn't think he did still.
I can't wait for us to win something and actually take one of the main hitters from one of you man's club.
I guarantee you're not. You've never sell to you from Man United.
We won't sell to you.
Yes, keep trying.
Hold on. Wait.
We've taken your main.
That's what I'm saying. I can't wait until we do it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you
can't wait for your CEX. How many times do I have to tell you your CEX?
That's what I'm saying. We're the best. That's why I can't wait.
Jermaine, you won't take none of our big hitters, bro. Maybe someone we're done with.
Bro, we shop at Emirates.
I know. That's why I can't wait.
Romz, that's what we do. Romz, that's what we do. I told you, CEX boys. They are CEX boys, bro. Wakey, I'm seeing bare slander on this guy's name, but this guy was meant to be transformed now. Yeah, he was meant to be transformed now. Come on now, man.
Who are you taking at United? Who?
Well, I don't know right now, but
Nobody
I can't wait.
wants to come.
Trust me. One day, bro, it'll be someone like Bruno putting in transfer request.
You'll probably take Mount, man. You'll probably take Mount.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about no matter weight kids and players like that. I'm talking
maybe Maguire. They'll take Maguire.
Yeah.
Come over here.
Yeah.
Maybe Dallo or something like that.
Dallo, yeah. You know, he can speak Spanish and that, innit?
Enzo, come over here. Palmer, come over here.
Enzo now, yeah? Do you think Odegaard's still better than Enzo, by the way?
By far. What are you talking about? But I rate Enzo. I like Enzo. Enzo's cool.
I like Enzo. Mid. I really like
Odegaard ain't better than that guy, bro. This season alone, again, he's shitting on him again.
In different positions.
He's shit on him again, bro. I'd rather have Enzo in my team ahead of Odegaard, bro. Odegaard's not that effective in games, bro.
Bro, that's cool. Be 20 points behind, but go through the super chat.
Well, we'll go through this. Tiang, big up Tiang. It says, look at Arteta's signing so far. Which player right now in AFC can just say F the tactics in game and take the game by the scruff of the neck? Uncomfortable,
There's no
right?
Mavericks. There's
No one, man. Big up Tiang again. He says, shout out to Noni though. He was cold in the Adidas commercial. Big up, guys. Great.
He was one of the main guys in the Adidas. That Adidas commercial was cold still.
You know a Maverick that we could have soon, that man them don't sleep. Ethan Ranieri.
Oh yeah, he's cold.
Oh,
he's better.
How about this, Jermaine? I said, Jermaine, you shouldn't even have got Madueke. Ethan was there. You had Ethan at home. You didn't even need Madueke. Because you remember when he done the right wing stint last season? Leicester, he had that cold game and that. You didn't even need Noni, bro.
I'll be real. I'll be honest. This is where I'll defend them, yeah? I can't lie. Ethan started off all right on the right, but then over time, you saw he's not a winger, man. Like, I prefer him down the middle, innit? Like, Noni...
you're right, because he kept cutting. You're right. He's not
eventually, you kind of could tell that he's not really a winger like that. He ain't really got that explosive nature. Go.
The thing is, he's not a winger like that, but he's so good at ball that you look at what they're doing with Noni. It's not like Noni's starting and that. Like, you can do that stuff with Ranieri. Do you get what I'm saying?
Bench. Yeah.
50 million for no Prem goals or assists.
What happened to Dalman, Jermaine? I like Dalman.
Injured.
What, a serious injury?
He should be back in training now, innit? He got like a fractured foot or something like that. I've done something.
Nanieri's definitely better than Saka, though. Like, that's a fact. Trust me. we all know how Saka be playing this season, but I guess we're going to be quiet about it. Because last time
I think he's so overrated. Don't mean bad, but Saka's just a good player. Nothing more, nothing less. The way Arsenal can speak of him, it makes me sick.
That's why as long as you know me, I've always called him overrated. People think I hate Saka. They haven't met Cameron, bro.
Yeah,
they have not met Cameron.
I can know Cameron.
Nice.
Is Amirian good? Am I pointing at you now? By the way,
no. You're pointing at.
No, you know what it is. Our players are attacking.
You're pointing at me now.
You guys are being nice.
players
You
have
guys
been
are being nice
underwhelming
by
in the
saying
Premier League this
Saka's
season,
good or decent. I'm saying he's crap.
Yeah,
The
that's what I'm
guy's
saying.
crap.
Our players have been
Big man
underwhelming in the Premier
Cameron,
League.
this is where you're a bit hot. You're not.
He's not
Forget
better than
the
Harry
Saka
Wilson.
thing, forget the
He's
Saka
not better than
thing,
Harry
yeah?
Wilson. He's
But
just in a better
You
situation.
know what it is?
He's just in a better situation.
Rom,
bro.
Big up
our
Harry
attacking
Wilson.
players have been underwhelming in the league this season. By the end of the day, I saw Saka chipping guys at the Bernabeu, and if these men want to save their talent for the Champions League, I'm all for it, innit? So that's what it is.
Boy,
Your
and I
Chris
was- I was
is scoring the
Saka
Champions
missing the
League.
open goal.
Martinelli's on
I
like
also
6
saw
goals in the
Saka-
Champions League. I'm going for the big things.
I also saw Saka missing an open goal against PSG. How about that?
I
Yeah.
saw it too.
Man should have scored. Man should have scored right there. He missed. How about that? You know what I mean? Yeah. But big up Sean for this. It says Rice who followed Chelsea around America. Yeah, this guy was begging it, man. Trying to get into Todd Bowley's good books and that. You know what I mean? With Mason Mount and these sort of guys. Big up JJ for the other super chat as well. He says there's nothing there, but big up
Why
yourself,
are
man.
you begging it for Chelsea?
Rice is so cringe, man.
Bro, he was playing for Chelsea. He got released, didn't he? You
Bro,
know?
he's better than any midfielder you have. But anyway, carry on.
No, he's
Better
not.
than anyone from Man United,
He's
have.
not.
He's
He's
better
not
than
better
Man
than
United.
Caicedo, bro. He mad.
Yeah, I don't even
Bro,
think he's better
Caicedo
than
can't
Mendy
even take a
technically,
ball.
but
Can he even? He can't
that's
even take.
another-
He can't
yeah.
even. Bro,
Let's move on. Let's move on, though. Let's move on, man. And then we've got
Okay.
Max says we never wanted Eze. He's old. Is there any other ones here that I've missed? No, I think that's the last one, man. But man, let's move on to Chelsea. Let's move on to Chelsea, man, because obviously the last time we were here together, Maresco was still in charge. You know what I mean? Now we've got man like Rosenior in charge, and a lot of people in the group chats were laughing about it, saying, "Yo, this guy looks like a nerd. He looks like a dork." You know what I mean? Let me come to you first, Romz, yeah, because listen, Chelsea was in a massive rut before he came in, and for me right now, as much as I want to see, you know, top performances like over time, I'm more about results right now, just to get the confidence back, just to get people playing again, you know, just to get people to improve and whatnot. And yesterday was very impressive, even though he made a mistake with the lineup that he went with, playing Reece at the back, centre back, and Fofana down the middle. He made some proactive changes, bro. He threw on multiple attackers. He moved Reece to right back. He brought on Chalobah. You know what I mean? Fofana was playing like central centre back, trying to build up. And that guy is, bro, he's not the guy to be building up from the back. And it was very clear again. You know what I mean? So I think he's got 5 wins out of 6. You know what I mean, Romz? We're building a little run right now, man. What's your first thoughts of Rosenior so far, bro?
Do you know what it is? Let me quickly go through your games because I think he's done well. And you said something true. I think at the start of his tenure, just get the results on board. It's a results based business, and you will slowly get the. I'm even seeing your fans chant his name and that. So he's building that rapport with the fans, yeah. But I'm gonna go through the 90 minutes I've watched. The Charlton, you're supposed to beat Charlton, innit? And actually, let me exclude the cup football from this because cup football is just about winning. Don't matter how you do it, just winning.
Nah, don't exclude it. Don't exclude it, bro, because he still managed it. Talk about it.
Wasn't his first game at Arsenal?
No, his first game was Charlton.
So Charlton, obviously, you lot won and you did your thing and you knocked them out, yeah. Paphos, I watched that 90 minutes. You scraped past them. I weren't impressed with the Paphos game. Brentford, me and you even said on Midday Live, I think you're quite fortunate.
Now, surely he played Arsenal by now. That's 3 games. Surely he played Arsenal by now.
We played Arsenal second. That was a big game.
Lost the Arsenal game, but that, you know, in that loss, sometimes you can take positives from losses. Though that loss, actually, think
They
Chelsea
got battered. Marino should have made it 4-1.
Bro, let Romz finish, man.
Nah, man. I wouldn't say you battered them. You were a better team, but not by miles.
I don't know what you're watching.
And I think by then he only had like a week with them or not to lose by a goal and actually put up somewhat a decent performance. I give him that. But the games where I thought he would stamp his authority more, I've been a bit underwhelmed. The Paphos game, Brentford, where that game for me, I think a fair result would have been a draw. But again, the fact though, Mont said something to me, and big up Mont. Mont said something to me because I was criticizing Rosenior saying Chelsea ain't looked that imposing, but he's like, Chelsea are winning games, not looking good. We're not even drawing games looking somewhat good. Do you get? So you have to give him his credit for that. And Don, I can't lie, to win 5 games out of 6, he's doing his thing. Am I convinced by him yet though? No, but again, it's still a small sample size. I think the games he's won, he should have won. I probably would have liked to see better performances, but you're right. At the start of your tenure like this, just get the results in. Especially, and if you add the context in before that, it was 1 in 9. So for him to now get 5 in 6, credit where credit's due, bro. But if we're going to speak about, I know obviously Cameron and Jermaine are going to have their say on Chelsea, and you're not going to agree with this, Don, and I guess the season pans out. But I still think, even with Slot I think put it like this, I'm more impressed with a Carrick. I do think even if we keep Slot, us in United will finish above you. I still don't think Rosenior is good enough to get you lot in the top 5. I could be wrong in it.
What makes you say that though? What is it about him that makes you say that?
I feel like the inconsistencies will start again, and that's normal because he's not the most polished man. I think he's been at Strasbourg.
Yeah,
but
what is it? What is it that's going to make us inconsistent though? Like, what is it about his management that's going to make us?
I just think sometimes because he's still quite a novice. I'm not saying novice is his first job, but he's still not had a lot of roles. I feel like sometimes his team selections will be a detriment. Similar to yesterday, see how we got the selection wrong, but he rectified it in game. I think that sometimes in the Prem he'll rectify it, but by then it might be too late in terms of the scoreline. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I can say the same for Slot, bro. Slot's been fucking up. I can say the same for Carrick.
This is different. I knew you were going to say that, but this is the difference. It's not happening yet, but I feel like our quality, we've got a bit more quality than you, in my opinion, will get us out of jail. I still think our performances will be stinky, but I just feel like our quality will prevail us in certain situations where you lot, I feel like sometimes his team selections will be a detriment, and that's only because he still is quite a new manager. But the thing is,
I get where you're coming from, yeah. But for me, I'm the complete opposite, bro. Because one of the main reasons why we stopped winning games and even looking good, yeah, was because Maresca, bro, he kept playing the likes of Neto and Garnacho together, the likes of João Pedro, bro. You need to have players that can ball next to him, Romz, like Palmer, like Esteval, yeah. These are the sort of players that man needs to be playing with. And personally, I believe that Rosenior will spend more time in the second half of the season with the likes of Esteval. I think he'll get Palmer enjoying his football again. João Pedro you already seen it, bro. Under Rosenior, he's been crashing it. I'm seeing him staying up top now. He's not trying to run all the way back like he's a midfielder. He's staying up top. He's shooting, right? Him and Esteval already building a relationship. We saw against Palace, all of our goals came from the right-hand side. I'm seeing him overlapping fullbacks. So now against 5 defenders, we're having a little bit more of an attack rather than just leaving our wingers isolated. They've got a little bit more help, which is allowing us to break down the low blocks. Bro, we've won 3 games against low blocks, you know, so far. Yeah. You speak about the game against Paphos, bro. We had 5 big chances, Romz. Their keeper was moving mad, but at the same time, we weren't clinical enough. But we had the chances, and that's where I'm like, yo, I wasn't really even seeing this at the end with Maresca, where we're getting these chances against these sort of teams. Whereas with Rosenior, I'm already seeing him making some positive changes, like Santos and Caicedo on the pivot, yeah, like overlapping fullbacks, like Esteval getting more minutes, bro. Man's playing Esteval in his favored position now over Neto, yeah, and that to me shows me that this guy, he's trying to spend more time with him. The way he's using Enzo already. You're seeing Enzo's improved his performances as well. So how I look at the second half of the season, Romz, first half of the season, a lot of our players like Pedro and these guys were underperforming, right? Because of how the team was set up and certain men were injured and whatnot. Second half of the season, bro, I think these guys can get even better. The likes of João Pedro, the likes of Enzo, which ultimately will mean that we'll win more games. That's how I'm looking at the next half of the season. I think he'll actually do well for me personally, bro. I think he'll get us top 4. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Fair enough. And to quickly to address the chat, Donald tell you, bro, and especially if you watch Midday Lab, I do not think we're good. If I thought we were good, I'll be saying 3rd. We're finishing above Villa and whatnot. I'm not saying that. When I say I think we'll finish 5th, and another thing I wouldn't be saying is United to finish 4th ahead of us. When I say we'll finish 5th, I mean by individual brilliance. We'll scrape it. I want Slot gone. I'm not saying we're good by any means. But when I say we'll get 5th, I feel like we'll get 5th through individual brilliance. Wirtz is starting to play well. Ekatike, Szoboszlai's getting GA pretty much every game now. I mean, we'll scrape it. I'm not saying we're good, just to address the chat.
Yeah,
you know what's done? Yeah. That's a great rebuttal because obviously you know Chelsea more than me. I didn't really see it like that, but I just think our individual brilliance might get us over the line. But he's done well so far.
We've scored more goals than you in the Prem. And I'll be honest with you, Romz, when I'm looking at the like-for-like options we have in comparison to you, man, bro, Chiesa's nowhere to be seen right now. On the left is Gakpo or Rio, and Rio is not trusted at all. Yeah,
yeah, he hardly there.
Up top, you've only got Ekatike. Isak's injured, and when he comes back, man has to get sharper again. Your midfield, bro, you've got no DM. Yeah,
who's on your left?
You've got no right backs. Your problems with your right backs it's a problem right now. They're injured.
Big problem.
Yeah. Who's on Chelsea's left? Because you mentioned Liverpool's left.
Bro, Romz would rather have my options on the left, yeah, instead of his.
No, I'm asking. That's what I'm actually asking. Who's on your left?
Esteval can play there. Neto can play there. and then you've got Garnacho and Gittins.
But you're naming the right wing.
rather
Whoa,
have-
wait. We're not. Wait, 1 minute, Jermaine. You tried to twang me just there. 1 minute, Jermaine. We're not shoehorning Esteval on the left. Esteval
Yeah.
hasn't even played a game on the left.
Yeah, but
In the
yeah,
left.
bro,
You know,
he played
do you know
yesterday.
it's two cheats
Move,
of the
you got
same.
move.
Gakpo and Rio against Garnacho, Gittins, and Neto. They both not.
No, but
Garnacho.
I'd rather have
They
Gakpo and
both-
Rio though.
John, you tried twanging it. I'll still rather have my options.
Now,
I'll
Bruce
still
Chambers.
rather have my options.
You know it is. You know it is though. Yeah.
Better or anything.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Rio's not getting trusted, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rio's not really getting trusted.
Young.
And when I'm looking at your squad, when I'm just looking at Liverpool's squad, yeah, like Chelsea, you can talk about the quality as much as you want, which is a fair point about Garnacho and Gittins and these sort of guys. But I feel like we've got more options than you in reserve rooms. I just feel like our squad is bigger than yours. Do you get it? We've got more
I
like,
agree with that.
more
I
like,
agree
like
with that. I feel like you got
It is bigger
because we're
Yeah.
thin. Our squad in most departments now is thin. The only department you could say we've kind of got a decent squad. I know we don't have a DM, but we've got loads of midfielder. I think when everyone's fit, we've got about 6, 7, 8 midfielders, bro. But yeah, you try to be smart with that. But don't get your nail in the head because left back with Kirkes and about the Bournemouth game, he had a good 6, 7 games before that. Yeah, Robbo might even leave before the deadline in a couple of days. Our right hand side, Don, you know I've never rated Frimpong. Even when we signed him, I said unless we play wing backs, it's not going to work. And even if we play 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, I just don't rate Frimpong. Leverkusen, I think the system catered to him. Celtic, I never rated him. I don't rate Jeremy Frimpong. Has he played well when he's been in the team? Yes, but I think long term I've never rated him. Connor Bradley again, good squad player, not a starting player. So I agree with you right back. Joe Gomez getting injured all the time. Where Konate or Van Dijk injury away, God forbid, from being completely decimated at the back. So I agree. And do you know what? Why? Yeah, if a Chelsea fan says to me, "We're going to finish above you," or "You're going to miss out on top 4, and we're going to take your place," I'll try and defend my club. But I don't think you're mad for saying that because we're not going to do nothing in this window, and a lot of our players are dropping like flies. But I just still think we have enough quality to scrape it, even with slot. But then, Don, you can turn around and say, well, you're saying that, but the evidence don't suggest that because we've not won a Premier League game in 2026, bro. We've
and you know what running?
and lost one. We're on a mad run at the moment.
And you know the run that's coming up for us as well, man. Like Leeds, we've got Burnley, we've got West Ham at the weekend. You know what I mean? We've got fucking
and
Wolves away.
And then our run's the opposite. Our run's the opposite. Our next three, not Everton, is Newcastle. I think Sunderland away, Man City away. Like it's mad. It's mad.
We can use this period. Hold on, I'll bring you in now, Jermaine. Yeah, like this little period here, we can build that gap again.
Yeah,
we can build that gap again, and then we go into that period where we've still got you man at Anfield, we've got Newcastle at home, Villa away. We can start to build a little gap over the teams like Liverpool, bro. You know what I mean? But go on, Jermaine, you about to say something, bro?
I didn't even think
Chelsea, yeah, because I was watching the Napoli versus Chelsea highlights yesterday.
Yeah, let's go back to the game yesterday. Yeah.
Now big up for the win because I remember a few weeks ago I was on the show and he was talking about that game coming up.
And we all said they would lose.
Yeah, and you have to be locked in for that. When I saw you 2-1 down, I had a smile on my face, and when you guys won 3-2, I just closed the Flash Scores app. But it is what it is. Obviously, I was watching the highlights. I think it was this morning, yeah. No, last night I was watching the highlights and I was thinking there was a few good goals from both teams on there, innit? João Pedro scored a lovely goal. But let's talk about the Napoli goal, innit? Because that's the main one.
Yeah, I knew it.
That's the main one I want to highlight. So obviously, along the way this season, you keep saying to me stuff like Fofana and Saliba is the same level or it's give or take. And you said that Fofana was doing this, he was in the Premier League when Saliba was in France. But for the Napoli goal, I saw Fofana get twist up. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, isn't that the guy? Isn't that my man that Don keeps talking about? Then they showed the replay. That's like, yeah, that is my man. That is my man that just got twist up. And then you went on your post-game preview, which I do watch sometimes, bro, to see what you have to say. And you repeatedly said, do not play Fofana in the center of defense. Do not play him center back. And I'm watching it. I'm thinking, what did he just say? And he said many times, he's looking into the lens. He said, do not play Fofana or Fofana, whatever his name is. Do not play.
I said Fofana, bro. Is it Fofana?
He said, do not play Fofana in the center of defense. And I'm thinking, there's always some.
So you didn't watch the game. That's why it sounds funny to you.
There's always some excuse. Do not play Fofana in the center back of defense.
Yeah, so that's why I asked him. That's why I asked him. Where did he play?
But
I'm actually thinking.
We were building in a free.
And for Don to not have excuses, he has to play right wing then.
We were building.
That's
We
what
were
you're
building.
doing.
You're not getting
Jermaine,
it.
when he
Let me tell
said
you something,
Fofana
yeah.
through the middle,
We're
I was like,
building.
wait, Don, where did he play? I thought we were talking about centre mid. When
Bro,
he
he
said
kept
centre
saying,
back,
don't
I
play
was
him
like,
in the
whoa.
middle.
Damn.
And I was thinking,
What it was, yeah, was building in a
Yeah,
free. So was building in a free, yeah. So Fofana was in the middle, and then Reece was playing on the right, so right centre back, and Cucurella was playing at left centre back, bro. Yeah. So Fofana was in the middle of the two centre backs, so he was playing as a central centre back. Fofana can't play that position, bro, because the guy on the ball, his ball playing is abysmal. It's horrible, in fact, horrible. All
how can it
Fofana
be
is-
horrible if you're bigging him up to the level of Saliba?
No,
Bro,
he's
I've
not
never,
Saliba's level.
bigged him up about his ball playing ability, bro. I've
But
bigged him
just
up
saying
about
him as a player
bigged
is
him up.
the
Let
same
me-
level, if not
let me
better
finish.
than Saliba.
Let me finish, bro. I've bigged him up about his
Saliba's
ball
not
carrying.
rubbish at anything.
I've bigged him up about his ball carrying, yeah, and I've also bigged him up about his 1v1 defending and aerially as well. He's very good at that. But in terms of like punching the ball like Cole and these sort of guys, Fofana is nowhere near that, bro. Fofana stinks at doing that. In fact, yeah.
No, but he's
And
not
if you-
better than
you
he's not
watch-
Saliba level.
What on the ball?
Like,
Overall, as a player,
Ball carrying, of course he is, bro. In terms of his
No.
ball carrying, that guy's a very good ball carrier,
He's
bro.
nowhere near Saliba.
Have you seen his ball carrying, bro?
No, he can
Fofana
run with
knows
the
how to carry the
ball,
ball.
but
Well, bro.
Saliba, bro.
No, Saliba's been amazing this season. I can't lie. Saliba's been like, yo, he's been better than this guy.
Ever
innit?
since Saliba started playing for Arsenal, Fofana has not like played at that level.
Of course not, because he's been injured, bro. He's been out.
why do you
Bro,
keep
this
saying he's
guy's
better?
playing like-
Then? Why do you keep saying he's better with the same level as Saliba?
Why are you going back to my take from like 4 seasons ago when
It's just
Saliba
this
just
season.
landed here? Why do you keep
season.
going back to this? Why do you keep going back to this? Huh? Why do you keep going back to this? Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about this game, yeah, and certain players that turned up in the game, yeah. Cam, did you watch it?
No, I didn't even watch the game, you know. I was so sad because of my parlays, man. Yeah, man.
I
Wait,
watched
you watch the
that.
highlights?
Obviously,
Nah, I didn't watch
our teams. Wait, Jermaine. Obviously, I'm assuming you didn't watch the game. Obviously, you watching Arsenal. I was watching Liverpool. That just highlights, innit?
You might watch the highlights then, yeah.
Yeah. I watched all the highlights, bro. Don't.
Alright,
There's
so-
something I have to big. There's something I have to
Go,
big
go,
up
go.
what you said though. Yeah.
Mhm.
You said it many times on Midday Live, and I've given you stick for it as well. You said when when Palmer and João Pedro link up, and Esteval, but mainly them two, you saw what they were on Club World Cup. You're seeing it, man. Come off the bench, 2 assists straight away, bro. Them two have I think ballers just have an understanding anyway, bro. And what does frighten me, and big up CAA Mafia, he said it in the chat. You know me, Don. I love my ballers. For you lot that don't know, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm not Salah's biggest fan. I like ballers in it. So when I'm seeing João Pedro, Esteval, and Palmer link up in that trio, bro, Don will tell you. I was watching the Leverkusen game in pre-season, and I literally called Don after saying Esteval and Palmer. If these two start regularly, it's going to be a problem. This is before the Premier League even started. So one thing I will say, Don, I give you a flowers on that. You said when them two link up and they're fully fit, they'll cause problems. What I would say though, I think I heard you saying it or someone else. Fofana probably needs to get that. Not Fofana. Palmer probably needs to get that surgery. I know he wants to go to the World Cup. I get that, especially in America. Like, America's a good country to host it, but bro, yeah, I can't lie. You can tell even when he came on, there's little bursts of pace he used to do that he's not doing. You can tell he's thinking about certain action, and to still get 2 assists, that shows how cold he is. But bro, like, I don't think, if we're being honest here, I think he's probably going to get the surgery after the World Cup, because you don't want to miss a World Cup. Let's be honest. You don't want to miss a World Cup.
He might
that's
not
what I'm saying.
even-
You're so right about this, yeah, because bro, I actually put a bet with some of these Arsenal fans in the group chat, yeah, that we're going to score more goals than them. Because I did not expect Maresca to be using the attack the way that he did, bro. Right? Our attack can be completely different second half of the season with the likes of Esteval and Palmer, bro. Every time I'm talking to Ops, you man always asking me, oh, why can't Esteval get a run in? He's your best attacker. Yeah? I hear it from Tottenham fans, from Man United fans, from Liverpool fans. And that's what Chelsea fans want to see now. We want to see Esteval get a run. Yeah? Get a real run in this team. Because we saw, man, what he did against Palace, bro. We saw what he did against fucking Barcelona, right? It wasn't that great yesterday, but you need that quality. You need someone who can just, you know, shoot, left foot, right foot, create, facilitate, play make. He's just such a complete footballer, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So our attack second half of the season, bro, I think it's actually going to be better, innit?
Do you know when you lot would be like mad? And I think even Jermaine might admit this, yeah. He might not actually because of hate for Chelsea. But you see it when if Lavia gets fit, but it's always an if with him. But let's say for now you have Caicedo and Enzo kind of in that two-man pivot, yeah. You know when everyone's fit and firing, if you have Palmer in the 10, Esteval right wing, João Pedro up top, once you get that missing piece, that top left winger, and you have that front six, you'll cause problems still. I ain't afraid to admit it. If you get a front six where you can find, I think that left winger is just a missing piece to the puzzle. But once you have that combined with Palmer in the 10, João Pedro up top, and Esteval on the right wing, yeah.
Is it our missing piece as well?
Let me ask you, man, because Jermaine, you're trying to
missing piece.
Who's missing piece? Oh yeah. Your left wing as well. You're actually no. You need a 9. You need a 9 and a left winger. I'll be real. You need a 9.
Asman saying, Don, don't lie on Maresca. He tried to use all three multiple times, bro. He did in certain games. You're right. Like against Man United or Old Trafford away, I was there, blood, and I was fuming. Because,
yeah, but that didn't last. Esteval came off, I swear, early.
Yeah, we got a red card, didn't it? Esteval came off, Palmer came off injured, so he shouldn't have even played that game because we played, I think, Bayern just before that, right? But there was other opportunities, Iceman, where Esteval should have been starting and he wasn't. You know what I mean? He wasn't starting, bro. So I want to see it more in it. But let's talk about someone who still a lot of ops still come with the same script about this guy. Yeah. Even yesterday, Romz, you tried to at me about this guy. Oh, you should do better for that goal that they scored. I saw that goal, the first goal they scored.
Right, we're gonna war now. We're gonna war. I'm sorry. Look, Don, I saw the highlights. Big you up. He made mad saves. He did. But Cameron and Jermaine, yeah, you see that for his first goal. Come on, Sanchez should be doing better for that. Don saying it was hard and that.
Bro, it was a snapshot. It was a quick snapshot, bro. It's the way that
let me watch these highlights.
Watch the goal, Cameron. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, watch the goal.
In that goal, I'm actually giving more praise to the attacker because the way that he turned Fofana and then just quickly snapped at the ball, he caught Sanchez off guard, bro. Did you get it?
Wait, so was it that Maradona? Was it that Maradona turn?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen the goal. Hold on.
Do you think Sanchez should have done a bit better though?
Let me watch it now again.
I hold my hands up. Sanchez had a very good game after that. I watched some of the saves. They were but you even know, like, I do rate Sanchez. I still feel we need an upgrade, and you've even said it many times. Man. A lot of people twist your words, Don. They think you don't want to upgrade on Sanchez. You have, but you don't just want anyone. So I still think, but I was one of the first ops to give him credit. Like, people go in on Sanchez a bit too much. Do you know what Sanchez reminds me of? But he's a bit better before Chelsea fans going mad, yeah? He's like your rich man Mignolet, because when we had Mignolet for Alisson, he's a great shot stopper, but I just think like there's other areas he can still improve on. But he's better than Mignolet. I'm not saying they're the same before anyone goes mad. But of course, I feel like Chelsea fan, you're naturally going to be a bit biased, saying, he placed it. But I've seen. So do you agree with me, Cameron? He should have said that.
Should do much better than that
Don,
how
about this? How about you think he should do better for that goal?
Yeah.
Don,
how about this? Yeah. Don, how about this?
That's a hard part to say. I'll be real.
I think Sanchez is a victim of his own success because I've seen Sanchez save shots like that before, even by his standards. That's why I'm saying for me, he needs to do a bit better that first one, bro.
Yeah, but then Romz, bro, I can go to every single top goalkeeper in the Premier. I can go to Raya this season and say, Raya should do better for some of the goals that I've won in.
100%.
You can do that for anyone.
But
prime example. I had rival fans saying I'm going in on Alisson too. Just to let you not know, I'm fair and I'm not just crashing it on Sanchez. You see when Liverpool drew 1-1 the other day, did you not see Marcus Edwards' goal where he lashes it across
Yeah.
You said, Don, you're consistent as well, because I think you and Saeed both said, Romz, that he hit that low and hard. But by Alisson's standards, I still think he should be saving that, bro. Maybe I am a bit too harsh. So it's not like I'm just crashing it on an ops keeper. I have the same energy for mine. I just think because one thing Sanchez has always been, and Don, you know I always back you. You can say whatever you want about him, but his shot stopping is up there with the best. But he's a very good shot stopper. But Don, that's why I think it's almost like because I rate him that high as a shot stopper. I'm thinking when I saw that go in, I was like, come on, like their second goal, Hoyland, you can't do nothing about that. That's basically 3 yards out.
If Onana concedes that goal, guys are going to be onto him.
Yeah,
that was a top finish, the cross, and then the first time finish. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, Sanchez. I'm telling you one thing about Sanchez. Yeah, majority of the fan base hated this guy, bro. But there's people in the chat.
They're warming to him. They're warming to him. Sanchez been our best player this season. Iceman's admitted it already, saying, "Yo, Sanchez, like, look, this is what I get. I'm seeing this a lot in my chat nowadays, bro. Nah, man, I'm Sanchez's biggest hater. He's been cold this season. Romz, it got to the point, where I was so fed up of this guy, I unfollowed him on Instagram, bro. Yeah, I couldn't see his face anymore. That's when you know you're mad at a player. You know
Bro.
Salah. You know after Salah did the interview after Leeds, how I'm following
Yeah.
it.
I've done it so many
I unfollowed
times.
this
Bro.
guy, bro. I unfollowed him.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this guy can't be at this club anymore because he's just embarrassing me. After that Man City game away at the Etihad, yeah, I said, yo, this guy's embarrassing me. But I'm sorry, Champions League this season, Bayern Munich, we lost that game. If it wasn't for Sanchez, we lose by more than 3 goals. Yeah. Again, yesterday, towards the end of the game, big save for Lukaku's chance, right? And then I've got people like Jermaine in a group chat naming Verbruggen. Apparently, Verbruggen's better than him. Apparently, Hermansen's better than him. Yeah,
Bro,
apparently,
I don't think Sanchez is good. Like, I don't know where all this is coming from. I don't think he's good.
What's not good about him? What do you like about him? What do you
He's
like
just
about
average,
him?
isn't he? He's an average keeper.
Yeah,
Like,
what do you
he's
like about
good.
him? What do you
He's
like
good.
about him?
Like,
He's a good
firstly, his distribution isn't that good, but cool, fair enough. Like, there's loads of some keepers they're not here to distribute. But in terms of Sanchez claiming the ball in the box, stuff like parrying, see those little things from keepers. I don't think he's good at them.
You're moving mad then. You're moving mad because his cross collector is one of the best in the league. Yeah, one of the best in Europe, in fact. Bro, that guy collects crosses for fun.
Yo, that's like me coming to tell you Lamens is some sick keeper. He's not. He's a calm keeper.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. You have had the same howler that Jermaine had a few weeks ago, and Jermaine learned the hard way. Because Jermaine was like, Sanchez's cross collection ain't that good. You've done the exact same thing.
He's a good puncher as well.
Honestly, whenever I watch Chelsea, like, bro, honestly, you see, I don't think he's good at anything, bro. Really, he's average. He's average.
Nah, man, you're wilding out.
You guys speak about him like he's one of the best out there. Like, he's not. He's rubbish.
This season has been. He definitely has been one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League season. 110%.
Cameron, do you know what I would say?
Lamens.
My only gripe with Sanchez is, I think in the big games, I think he has a concentration problem personally, and I've said it over the past season or two. In the big games, for me, he has a concentration problem, but he is a very good keeper. Even at Brighton, yeah, this is how you know I'm fair. Even at Brighton, when I saw Sanchez, I was like, yeah, you make howlers, but you're with me, yeah. I feel like because football, with modern day football, keepers need to be good with their feet and whatnot. But I think the first thing as a keeper is just save. You need to be good at saving. Shot stopping above anything else as a keeper, because you're mainly there to save. Even at Brighton, don't get twisted, I used to see him do mad stuff, blunders and that. But I've always said he's a good shot stopper. But this is what I would say, Cameron. Is he Chelsea level? In my opinion, this season he has been. But overall, they need to upgrade. I've been saying
but the thing is, Romz, yeah, it gets to a point where it's like, yo, man, last season, right, when we got top 4, because Jermaine was talking about the run that we went on, yeah? Before you come in, Jermaine, this guy was talking about the run that we went on. Bro, one of the reasons why we went on that run was because of Sanchez saving us.
Making mad save. Yeah, I remember that.
Making some mad saves. Going into the Club World Cup.
He's even better than Leno. Hey, anyway.
Hold on, Jermaine. Let me finish and you can come in, yeah? Because you're gonna hate. You're about to hate.
You're a Chelsea fan and you have big standards for your club, and you're gonna challenge the owners and make Chelsea great again, and you're part of this movement, bro. That's what you claim to be, bro. But your goal,
so what's the problem?
Because, bro, you claim to be a big club, you claim to be attractive, and you claim to want the best for Chelsea. But at the end of the day, cool, he's had a good season this season. You can pay your respect.
Season and a half.
He's had a good time recent times at Chelsea. He's done all right. But at the end of the day, Don, bro, your goalkeeper at your club has made 3 appearances for his national side, bro. That's not good enough at Chelsea. My man's internet's gone. But your keeper has made 3 appearances.
So that's your logic. That's your logic.
He's played for Spain once in the Nations League 24-25 season. He's played a friendly in 2022 once. And he's played World Cup qualification once in 2022. That's 3 appearances.
So Konate is better than Saliba then?
Konate hasn't played 3 times for France. He's played multiple times.
Yeah, but Konate was starting ahead of Saliba, bro.
3 times for Spain since in the last 4-5 years. He's shit.
Yeah, I don't get this.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Ray don't even start for Spain. Ray don't even start for Spain.
And I can guarantee he's played more than 3 times. I can guarantee he's played more than 3 times.
Yeah, but Ray don't even start for Spain, and he's meant to be the best goalkeeper. Romz, what do we keep hearing these days?
I can guarantee. Don't mention Ryan.
He don't even start for Spain.
I know, but if we're talking as adults, Raya and Sanchez are 2 different levels.
No, they're not.
Same level. Same level.
The only thing.
If they're not, are they the same level, or is Sanchez at a level above?
You don't let me finish.
Not. So is Sanchez at a level above, or are they at the same level?
Bro, the main thing that Raya has over Sanchez is the distribution. Yeah, they're both elite shot stoppers, right? They're both elite at cross collecting. And one thing I'll even give Sanchez over Raya, yeah, is the long shots, bro. Raya long shots is spooky.
Yeah,
blood.
Raya long shots is spooky, Jermaine. You have to admit.
Fucking
Now,
spooky.
Jermaine, I'm with you. I think Ray is better than Sanchez, but I think the way you're saying it is like he's clear. Like, I don't think he's clear.
Mad. It's mad, bro. Exactly. That's the main difference I see between both of them is the distribution. And even with the distribution, Sire, yeah, like this season, Sanchez is doing what he can.
Well, both our goalkeepers are better than Sanchez.
I agree with this, Sire. I agree with you. I think Raya is slightly better.
That's the main thing for me, bro. That's the main thing for me, bro.
And do you know another thing? You know another thing as well, Jermaine? Yeah, recently Raya's had to make saves.
It's madness. It's
Arsenal
actually madness. It's pure lies. They're either shit or slightly better. It's bullshit. It's
no, listen.
Bro, Sanchez, Raya is better than Sanchez, bro. None of this slightly.
I agree with you. He's not clear. He's better than Sanchez in my opinion, but
he's clear with him.
I wouldn't say he's clear because you know another thing. Jermaine. Yeah, don't get it twisted. When Raya's been called upon to save, bar the United game and some games, when Raya's been called upon, I remember he made a save. I think it was against Brighton, and if it went in, people are saying no keeper saving that, but Raya made a save that a lot of keepers aren't saving. Yeah, but what I would say, Jermaine, is the thing is with like Raya, I wouldn't say it's like mad clear, like he's completely just
look the chart.
You can see it right there, though. You know what I'm saying? Sanchez is in pink and Raya is in blue, blood.
And you know another thing. You know another thing with Raya as well. Yeah, he had. Look, I'm not saying he's not made mad saves, Jermaine, because he's got a highlight reel this season already of mad saves. But he's more protected because your defense is better than Chelsea's as well. Sanchez is called upon a bit more. Do you get it? So
yeah, and Sanchez has saved us, bro. Even just last week against Palace, yeah, Mateta, bro. Like he could have scored a goal within 10 minutes of the game. You know, it's rocky over there, Romz. That's your bits. It's rocky over there.
Yeah.
Quickly.
So it's fucking easy to go to, bro.
The game is completely different. Again,
I can't believe we're doing Raya versus Sanchez.
Bro, because you're just thinking about the mad mistakes and that. You're not thinking about the Sanchez of today. That's what you're not thinking about. The Sanchez of today has turned the corner. And
so what's the excuse then? Why are we 20 points above you? Because your players are always better. So what's actually going on?
I mean, we haven't got
their centre backs ain't all that, bro. This is where
just the centre backs then.
I mean, that was the major difference at the beginning. And for me, like I said, the way that we was using our attack, it wasn't good at the start. Yeah,
it's literally this comment. Put Tosin and Chalobah in front of Raya, bro. You're not going to be speaking about Raya like this, Jermaine. A big part of Raya's success is
why do you want those gangbangers in front of our goalkeeper?
You know what I'm saying, bro?
I'm just saying, I feel like you're being a bit unfair because you got your back four, Calafiori, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel is the best in the Europe. I'll even say best in the world, bro. But if you put Chelsea centre backs in front of Raya, bro, he's getting peppered. Come on,
Raya has
exactly. So Sanchez is better.
Raya only has one more clean sheet than Sanchez. And you man cook our centre backs all the time.
No, Jermaine, Sanchez ain't better. Raya's better.
You said if you put Tosin in front, so can we all agree that Sanchez is better?
He's not better, bro.
I think Sanchez is better. I think Sanchez is better long range, and I think Sanchez for me, I prefer Sanchez because of his height.
He's more attractive.
I don't like. I've been telling you.
Now I'm asking Raya or Sanchez. Can you just tell me?
I've been telling you for years.
Look, it's on screen.
Romz, as long as you know me, Romz, yeah. Romz, as long as you know me, as long as you know me, haven't I always told you I prefer taller goalkeepers, bro? Haven't I always told you this? Yeah. I prefer taller goalkeepers.
Who's better?
You have.
Who's the better goalkeeper?
I've already told you the differences between them.
Who's the better goalkeeper, Don?
I'm not swapping them. There's your answer. I'm not swapping them. There's your answer.
Bro. So Sanchez.
This is what I'm sorry, Don. I have to address this. Emotional Arsenal fan. Big up Tay JMM because you've been here from the start. But I feel like people just want to react and don't listen. Listen to what I said carefully. One, I said I think Raya is better than Sanchez, and I'm not saying Raya is not at the level because his defense. I already said he's got a mad highlight reel. I even specified a save he made where if Brighton scored that mad save he made against Brighton at Emirates, if Brighton scored that, a lot of people saying, "Oh, I hate this narrative. No keeper saving that." No, there's been a lot of saves that some keepers can make. Raya's been cold this year, but I'm just saying. If Raya had Chelsea centre-backs in front of him, he would concede more. A lot of the time when Arsenal play, teams don't even get in the final of recent. Yes, of recent they have. But majority of the season, teams don't even get to the final. Because of this is actually, you know what's mad about Arsenal fans, Don? I'm actually complimenting them here. This is how good you lot are. Teams that Arsenal fans just move a bit. Big up, JM, but you weren't actually listening to what I was saying.
They literally said
actually a compliment.
They literally said Raya is working from home. That's what they said. Yeah,
Literally. Bro, there was a point. Bro, there was a discourse from Arsenal fans where they were like, bro, and you know what, yeah? This is where I big up Raya. Sometimes when you've got nothing to do in goal, the minute you have to switch on, it makes you a better keeper. I remember when we were cold on the clock with Alisson. There's times Alisson could have a cigar in his mouth. But the best keepers, when they don't have to concentrate as much, when they're not getting arts that much, when they make that big save, you rate them even more. Because I feel like if you're a lower team and you constantly get peppered by a goal, like your goals constantly getting peppered, it's easier to concentrate because you always have to be switched on. When you're Arsenal right now, not right now, but majority of the season, or like a Liverpool in their prime, where most of the play is far away from you, it's harder to remember when Ramsdale even said, sometimes I find it hard to concentrate for other stuff, because that season 22-23 Arsenal were just peppering teams, bro. So sometimes listen, don't just respond, sometimes listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Tate, what it is, Tate, big up for this comment. It says he would concede more, but everyone uses the defense being so good to kind of discredit Raya's work. Now, I'm not doing that, because I still think Raya's had a lot of games where he's saving you, man. The point we're making is that Sanchez has had more work to do, and he's been very good, bro. Because I'm telling you, those 9 clean sheets, bro, they're not all because of our defense, like our centre-backs and our full-backs. A lot of these clean sheets are because of Sanchez actually grafting for it, bro. You know what I mean?
Even when Gabriel had the surgery,
Palace, yeah? Even against Palace, bro, yeah, Sanchez should have left with a clean sheet. When he conceded in the box, he was shouting at everyone. I'm like, yo, come on, how has this guy lost his clean sheet, man?
What about last season when Raya got Golden Glove and Partey was playing right back, Gabriel was having surgeries? What about them?
He saw the best defense last season.
It's boring, and we can never have a player that's better. There's always an argument for it. Well, just
yeah. But the thing is, though, Jermaine, I don't care about this. You did a Twitter thing too much.
Because you're talking about us having a stabilized defense. But last season, our defense was chop and change relentlessly. I think Jimenez, that was his debut season left back. Right back, he was 9 Premier League games at right back. We had Kiwior in defense being Kiwior. Raya was Golden Glove. He had a top season, bro. Raya's better.
Yeah, but no one's discrediting how good he is.
You guys try to make arguments and conversations about everything. You can talk if you're going to do this conversation with Sanchez Raya.
How about
do the same logic with Raya or the Tottenham keeper, Raya or that keeper.
Jermaine, I'll end this.
I'll admit it, bro.
Jermaine, I have admitted. Jermaine, I'll end this debate. Don't prefer Sanchez. Me and you think Raya's better. End of. Like, it's as simple as that, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm not swapping him. Simple as that. And even when Raya was free, I said, bro, get me a taller goalkeeper. I've got PTSD from Kepa. I don't want another short goalkeeper. Get me a tall one. That's what I kept saying.
Nothing like Raya. It's light and day, bro.
Hey, they're both short and they both struggle long range, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's light and day, bro.
Yeah, well, Kepa. When you talk about the fundamentals of cross collecting and all of that, obviously Raya's better. But I'm just saying, Jermaine, when you had Kepa for as long as I did, bro, and I'm seeing man used to shoot against this guy, yeah. And they used to treat long shots like penalties against that guy, bro. They used to treat them like
I'll be real, bro. You will always say the Chelsea players are, if not better, then you're not gonna swap them. But you're 20 points behind. It's fine.
Let's move on anyway. Let's move on anyway, yeah. Because big up Sanchez, man. I think he's turned the corner. And like I said, I was one of the people that wanted him out. But Romz, let's move on to you, bro. You know, you man, where did you finish in the league table, bro?
Third. I can't. And do you know what's so mad, Don? Like, but there was a bit where I was getting excited because Bayern Munich were drawing to PSV. We needed to score another 3 goals to get past their goal difference. I started dreaming. I started to think we could sneak in that second place. Then I just see Harry Kane 2-1. But because if you finish first and second, bro, every second leg is at home. So Arsenal and Bayern Munich have return leg at home all the way up into the final. But bro, we battered them. Like, again, in Europe, I don't really worry about us in Europe. Yes, PSV smoked us. That comes as a surprise. My head was gone, bro. PSV smoked us. But even our losses, and actually 6 wins, 2 losses, PSV smoked us, deserved it, battered us, bro. But even Galatasaray, if you watch that game, they won by a penalty. Osimhen slotted the penalty, but we should have been like 2-3-0 up. We played better than Galatasaray, in my opinion. But, bro, I didn't have no worries, really. Like, I know Karabakh are giving a few teams problems. I know they nicked a draw against you lot, and for them, they got the playoff spot, which is big for them. But, bro, we just brushed it. It could have been more, bro. That if we really wanted to turn up the heat, bro, we could have, because Verts and Ekatike come off early obviously because we got Newcastle at the weekend, but that could have been double digits easily. But look, I know it's shameless, but I have to bring it up. Van Dijk, I think, is the first centre back ever in Champions League history to get 3 assists in a game. But if you looked at their assists, you know I'm an honest fan, Don. They were a bit shabby. Like the last one to Chiesa was a good assist. Like he squared it. But bro, the first one, it was a header on goal, misses the target, and then McAllister heads it in. And the second one, do you not remember a goal against Everton when Van Dijk kind of just kicks the ball in the air? It goes off the top crossbar. Pickford kind of claws it out, and Origi scored. Bro, the second assist, Van Dijk just boots it up the pitch, bro. All of the work was mainly Ekitike. So, yeah, he got 3 assists in a game. And, you know, like the stats guys will love that. But 2 of them were a bit janky, bro. I'll be real. But, bro, there's not even much really to say about this game. We done what needed to be done. It was an emphatic win. Wirtz was with a nice finish. Again, I'm going to be honest as well. A lot of people say the Gokres thing, flat track bully. I do want to see Wirtz's performances in bigger games now. Because when I look at all of his GA, it's against teams he should be doing well against, but Arsenal
fat track bully then,
yeah, bro. I think he's doing a fat track for me, and I like Wirtz, but Arsenal, he's playing false 9. He didn't have the worst game, but he didn't have his best game. United, he didn't do much. I think Everton early in the season he did okay, but like there's a lot of big games. You lot at the bridge, he came on, created for Salah straight away, but then kind of
he could have scored in that game, you know. He could have scored in that game as well.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. He could have scored, but I'd say his big game, like City at Etihad when they battered us, to be fair, no one really played well, but I've not yet to seen Wirtz have a big, like good. Actually, Atletico Madrid first half, I was at the game. I'm going to say that early in the season. And but he doesn't really turn it up in the bigger games, bro. He needs to. I want him to have a big scalp in the big game. But other than that, bro, Ekitike is doing Ekitike stuff. The nice. He tapped it round the guy and then just slotted it. If that's Nunes, I've seen Nunes go around the keeper in that position, in that situation, and hit the post, bro. You know the miss.
That was against Atalanta, innit?
Yeah, exactly. So, bro,
I remember that one. I did the hardest part so well, and then the easy part he fucked up.
But that was Nunes in a nutshell. So, bro, Ekitike is a breath of fresh air. Because it's weird, like he's going through a bit of a rut in the Premier League. Like I know he got a brace against. I think it was it Brighton or Wolves? One of them. I think it was Wolves. Got a brace against Wolves or Brighton. I can't remember the end of last year. But he's going through a bit of a spell, not scoring in the Premier League, but he's still cold, man. With Ekitike, when he's not scoring or assisting, he's still getting involved, bro. Wirtz had a good game. Szoboszlai and Salah did the reverse. So against Bournemouth, one laid it off to Szoboszlai. This time, Salah got his first open play, first free kick for Liverpool. So whenever I see this guy standing over free kicks, I'm like, why are you standing over free kicks? You never scored one for us. But then finally, he scored a free kick, bro. Trying to think of the other goals. Chiesa getting on the score sheet, which was good for him. Who else scored? Yeah, McAllister. I think Salah. I think I've covered everyone. But yeah, Don, 6-0, third place in the league phase. Our last 16 opponents look nice. I think we should beat all of them. Atletico Madrid will be a bit tricky because we're not good at that route one. You've seen it this season when Palace kept playing it long, we struggled. There's times where you lot mixed it up and played it long, we struggled. United, when we played United, that over-the-top through ball to Mbeumo, that diagonal ball was always on. We struggle with Route 1 football, innit? So I think our last 16 opponents is Atletico Madrid, Juve, Club Brugge, and I forgot the last team. But I'm confident that we should get past that. But yeah, bro, it was a good day at the office, bro, and a nice battering.
Yeah. But listen, what I'll say to you, Romz, you need to have some awareness right now. Me as a Liverpool fan right now, because of the problems that you've got in terms of your squad and the injuries and that, I won't be saying, we're finishing above United. We're finishing above Chelsea. I'll keep it humble and say, I think we'll get top 5, innit? I don't care if we finish above.
Come on, Don.
That's what we did as a Liverpool fan, bro.
No, but Don, a month ago, and I remember you said, I'm going to document it. Like, I think it was a month ago or 2 months ago, I was like, we're definitely finishing above you. Now, I'm not as... Put it like this, Don, that's just my prediction. I think as it stands, we still finish 5th as bad as we are. If you don't finish above us, would I be shocked? No, bro, because we're not playing well. I just still think we've got enough quality to... Because I do think we get allocated that extra position in Europe. Look, the top 8 teams, 5 of them are from... Wait, was it 6 or 5? It was 6, isn't it? Yeah, 6 out of the... Wait, I'm not...
5. Newcastle, they've got the additional games.
They were the only one. Yeah, 5 out of the top 8 are in England. I think Aston Villa sits second in the Europa League. Palace should kind of go far. We'll get the extra 5th place, but right now, Don, it is scary in the league, bro, because now if we do a little preview for this weekend, I'm not confident. I think we probably draw again. This is for all the people.
This is what I'm saying, bro. We've got West Ham. You know you're a funny guy because earlier it was like, Don, we're still going to finish above you. And then we're fucking playing West Ham this week. And then you're talking about, we've got a tough game this week, bro. That's what I mean. You're
right. I think, you're right. I need to be a bit humble because I think I'm moving a bit frazzled. But this is for the people in the chat that think I overrate my club. I've literally just predicted a draw. I think against Newcastle this weekend because we can't translate it, Don. We'll do so well in the Champions League. It comes to the league. Bro, our last 5 games, people need to understand how bad it is. We've drawn 4 and lost 1. Bro, we've won 10 Premier League matches. We've won 5 in 18. The 5 out of the 10 we won were our first 5 games. The Liverpool Football Club have won our last 5 out of our last 18 Premier League games. It's not on, bro. Man said disaster to West Ham.
That's going to be hilarious, But to be fair to West Ham, they don't play high line, innit? And Disasi, he needs to be just as close as possible to the box, right? He's not bad defending the box. It's just when you've got a high line, the guy runs like he's in quicksand, bro. You know what I mean?
But yeah, like I was saying, I just think do you know what, Don? You're right. The top 4 or 5 thing, I need to just be a bit. I just need, first of all, before I start even speaking about that, I need to see a run of form in the league because, bro, Europe, not even Europe, cup competitions, I have no qualm. For me, the only reason why we got knocked out against Palace in Europa League, in Carabao, is because Slot literally put out a team full of youngsters, bro. There weren't even first-team players really on the bench, bro. We put out a depleted team. We got Brighton in the FA Cup. Again, cup football, I think, seems to suit us a bit more this season. But Premier League, Don, we need to first of all, we need to get our first win of the
we haven't even spoken much about Jacket, Romz, because we both, Liverpool and Chelsea, both won him. Obviously, you man, right now, you need a centre back urgently, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's your take on him, man? Do you know much about him as a player?
I don't know much about him, but I'm going to tell you from the off that the reason why I don't think he will. The reason why I don't think we're going to sign him because we're not going to pay 60 million. We're not going to pay 60 million. I'm telling you from now.
Matt Law's saying that he prefers a move to Chelsea, innit?
Yeah.
Apparently,
how about this, Don? I know my club. Even if, let's say we were the only team in a running for him, we won't sign him because, bro, I just can't see us paying that much for him. And even there's another centre back we're linked with, Ordonez from Club Brugge. He was linked to Marseille in the summer. Apparently, he's quite good. I've not watched him, bro. Club Brugge only want 35 million for him. Look, Guéhi, Palace only wanted 35 million for him in the summer. We haggle. You know what we're like. We haggle over, especially for centre back. We haggle over big fees.
So we do the same, though. We do the same. I'm telling you wrong. I've got to the point with these sporting directors. I believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it, bro. I don't get gassed. Remember I told you about the Semenyo stuff when that came out. Bear man were like, "Oh my god, Chelsea, yes, come on!" I'm like, bro, I'm not getting gassed about it.
You know what he's done? Do you know what he's with Liverpool? Yeah, if a not even just a centre back, if a fullback or centre back is 40 million and less, we'll pay up. You've seen it. Frimpong, Kirkhead will pay up. Yeah, Van Dijk, obviously, unless we think you're going to be a level raiser, we'll pay the money. We only pay them big sums for attackers and midfielders, bro. We don't normally break the bank for centre back. We're gonna have to soon anyway because Leone's got ACL. Gomez, we're gonna sell. Kanate will probably leave in the summer. He's not renewing. Van Dijk's only got 1 year left in the summer, so we're gonna have to eventually. But this window, Don, 60 million for Jacket, bro. We're not playing. We're not gonna pay.
Finish up. I know you got a cut, Romz. Yeah, Jermaine, like, how are you feeling about Liverpool right now, man? Because early on in the season, Romz was talking a lot, and you actually said, as long as Arsenal keep the squad fit, like I think we're gonna win the league comfortably.
Yeah, you did say that.
We both laughed at you, innit? Like, what's your take on Liverpool right now, bro? Like, where do you see them even finishing in the season?
Liverpool, I feel like they're better in Europe than they are in the league. They show more consistency there. They do have good individual players, but I feel like they haven't really been consistent in terms of their personnel. I know they had Salah that went AFCON recently. He's just come back and he also fell out with Slot at one stage of the season. So Liverpool have been the work signing sort of summed them up, where you see good stuff in glimpses and overall it's been a bit inconsistent. So with Liverpool, I have nothing. They're like United and Chelsea for me. I just don't really think of them.
So where do you think they're going to finish then? Do you think they're going to get top 4?
Potentially. Who's fourth now. I know Arsenal and City and Villa top 3.
Fourth is Man United. United are a point above Chelsea. Liverpool are below Chelsea now. And
Big up,
bro,
Jerry.
we've been on horrible form. Like Romz, you should have left us, bro. You should have left us by now.
HM, what do you mean by that, bro? I mean, I'm actually interested. You said I'm always telling people what they said. What do you mean by that, bro? But we should have, bro. We should have done. And if you look at our festive running was kind to us, bro. Kind.
I remember you talking about it. You were like, we're gonna go on a run. We're gonna go on a run. We got ball. We forgot.
Yeah. And you know, so mad,
who's gonna come top 4? Yeah.
Don, you know, sorry to cut you, Jermaine. Yeah. After I said that, that's when Forest smoked us 3-0. Do you remember? Forest then smoked us. That's when that's the game I'll slot out, bro. That is genuinely the game I'll slot out.
I think right now, if you're a Liverpool fan, bro, like, don't be having mad chest about anything, man. Like, you, man, you've got problems. Like, I know Chelsea have got problems as well, but
quickly,
problems.
HM, I like, bro. If I remember someone saying something, I'm gonna vouch for them, bro. Because in this YouTube, Don, you agree with this. In this content creating YouTube industry, yeah, a lot of people will try and like, when it's cool to crash it on you, they won't back you up, bro. If I remember someone saying something, bro, I'm gonna be honest.
You have to be real. You have to be real.
bro.
You know, as well, HM, yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I don't know if you thought about making content, but there's a lot of liars, bro. There's a lot of liars. A lot of people manipulate your words, bro. You have to keep it real and say, you know what, Fez, he actually did say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but overall, if we're going back to that segment about Liverpool and what I think of them, I do think 4th place is up for grabs. I don't think there's a guaranteed team where you're saying, you know what, they're probably going to get 4th. I think Liverpool, Chelsea, United, I think they're all looking at it. I think even Newcastle might even have an eye. I'm not sure where Newcastle are.
Newcastle right now, they're 4 points behind 5th, right?
Yes.
And let me tell you something, man, before
behind 5th. How many points are Newcastle behind 4th?
Behind 4th, 5.
I feel like for the top 4 race, as long as the points are under 10, because it's not the team that comes 4th ain't gonna be that consistent. So even if you're like 7 off, your eyes are still gonna be on it. But if you're like 9 points of the league, you're not gonna look at it. You're gonna be thinking, oh, they're probably gone. But I feel like for 4th, as long as you can show, it's about the runs you're putting together. As you said, Aston Villa put a set of games, a run together, and they were looking. I think they even touched second at one point.
I'm telling you, Jermaine. Yeah, you see Villa, bro. Yeah, because me and Ziad had that £100 bet, bro. This part of the season now, no Kamara for weeks, no McGinn for weeks, no Tielemans for weeks. Yeah, bro. Villa's best part of their team is their midfield. Without those 3, even with Douglas Luiz, they are gonna struggle. I'm telling you, bro. They're not gonna be the same Villa that we've seen. Yeah, because how Villa play, they play through the middle. They go through Rogers, bam, McGinn, goal, Buendia, banger. That's what they do. You know what I mean?
Bro, I couldn't believe that Tielemans, big up touchdown, United fan, he's telling me earlier. I couldn't believe Tielemans was, I must have been living under the rock. He's telling me Tielemans is out for weeks, bro. I didn't even remember this, bro.
He's injured. He got injured, bro. He's injured. I didn't even know until the other day as well. So that's 3 of their starters out, bro. Yeah, 3 of their potential starters out. And you know how good Tielemans is. Like, I rate Aston Villa's midfield, yeah, 2nd in the league, Romz. That's how highly I rate it. You know what I mean? So midfield those guys, yeah, I think Chelsea's midfield is 1st.
Bro, just wrap up the show, Bob. Just let us go have our.
Don't even try and vote for yours. Saeed said that Man United's midfield ain't far off of yours, and they boxed you man about in large parts of that game.
I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble.
And we're going to finish up there, people. We're going to finish up there. But we've got one more super chat from JJ. JJ's actually on to you, Jermaine. Yeah, let me quickly go through it. He said, are Arsenal really as good as we think? Looking at Europe, England's dominating in the league. Everyone's asked, but Arsenal only 4 points clear.
I don't get that super chat. Are Arsenal really as good as we think? Looking at Europe, England's dominating. So I feel like he's bigging us up there.
Yeah, so there's 5 teams that have made it into the automatic qualification. Yeah.
In the league, everyone's arse, but Arsenal only 4 points clear. But why can't we beat us as well, though? We ain't got any players that scored more than 5 league goals. We're us too.
You see? Exactly. But then you don't talk like you are. That's the thing. You don't talk like you are.
Okay, I'll say what you want.
That's what I'm saying. Jermaine, if I was an Arsenal fan right now, Romz, I'm telling you, if I was an Arsenal fan right now, I would be like, you know what? The way that we're playing, I'm not too sure if it's sustainable. I ain't got too much chest right now.
It's true. Don, you know what? I've known you for time. It's true. If you was top, you're not going to have the chest. But when you're 20 points behind, you'll have the chest. You're right.
This guy's taking the piss. And yeah, big up that as well. He said, Reece James bopped these man's midfield of 10 man. Bro, I'm telling you now, if they had, imagine that, yeah? That GG,
Yeah, I'm on the up block right now. How do you know that?
Imagine if Declan Rice got sent off that early and we had Caicedo, Reece, and Enzo in that midfield, yeah? They would have been bullied, bro. They would have been, it would have been
they played you with 10 men.
Bullying, yeah? When did you play us with 10 men?
When Sanchez passed to Raya or whatever, then Raya, when he
was
passed to Rice, and Rice
was with 10 men.
Huh?
Why you lying? Why you lying? You had 11 men on the pitch. I remember that day.
Okay.
You had 11 men on the pitch, bro. Yeah, and we was beating you 2-0. But I'm telling you, bro, if you man had Rice sent off in that game and we had 3 man in our midfield, Caicedo, Reece, and Enzo, it would have been triangles. You would have been destroyed the way Barcelona got destroyed. That's what would have happened to you, man.
When was the last time Chelsea beat Arsenal?
People, we're gonna end it there, man. You know what I mean? In a bit. Bless.